and I can be your everything if you stay. Please just say I'm mine. I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? Ooh, I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes. Please just give me something. Ooh, I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? Ooh, and I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes. Please just give me something. I need you. I need you. I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes. Please just give me something. Do you want all my love? Can you taste what you found? We will weld to the ground. Praxitelli sculpted me. This is space, this is time, and the heat gets stuck inside. My body pale as snow. All is lost when you're not around. I'm your home, I'm your hell. I'm the scent you always smell. Catch the gold, grind it down. All our dust is in the air. Keep me close and breathe me in. I refuse to let you go. Come inside, come inside. You don't need to ask me, come inside. Now you can feel this, no need to fight it. Come inside, come inside. I'm your Aphrodite, come inside. Now you can feel this, no need to fight it. I won't let you run. I will hold you closer. Just come into this. Praxitelation in time. Come inside, come back at you, but you won't stop chasing. Don't make me look back no more. No review mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through all these barriers. Don't make me look back no more. Try to make me fall, yeah. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through. Try to make me fall, yeah. As I'm running through this jungle, I see faces. I'm looking back at you, but you won't stop chasing. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through all these barriers. Don't make me look back no more. Try to make me fall, yeah. Don't make me look back no more. No rearview mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through. Try to make me fall, yeah.
Twelve rounds, ding ding. Sick and tired of the whole damn thing, yeah. Stick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, 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 no. Got the belt like a king. Heavyweight champion of the whole damn thing, yo. Full of gas, full of spin. Jekyll and Hyde, you're the evil twin. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. Oh, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, you're never gonna. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, 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 no. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Down,
searching for some meaning to explain what he's feeling. She walks alone, she shelters far from the light. She's seeking validation. She's so tired of waiting. Yeah, I got the feeling you've been expecting me. No chance encounter. Right here's where you're meant to be. Our paths are crossing just in the nick of time. If you need to meet me, I'll be right by your side. Are we strangers in the night with open arms? I'm calling
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is Sunday, 13th of September, and we're back with day 2 of the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Community Rumble. Joining me in the studio today is none other than Quack. I'm Death Adder, and the matches yesterday, really close and tight matches. Today, we have best of 5s for every series, and if I'm not wrong, we have the losers bracket semis, losers bracket final, and then that's going to bring us into the upper bracket final and then the grand final, if I'm not wrong. But how are you doing, Quack?
Dude, I'm doing great. I mean, it was raining a little bit earlier on, but you know what else Sunday is good for? It's good for Brawl Stars. Let's get it.
Yeah, pretty chilly morning today, so everyone's off to a bit of a slow start, but we're going to go to the teams slash brackets to give you a bit of an update. So today we're going to have in the upper bracket final, it's going to be Force versus Kaz, and then in the lower bracket at the moment we have Reconnaissance going up against Grass Mud, Doppin slash Dopin, depending on how you want to say it. So we usually call them GMD. But yesterday, GMD just so close to almost getting knocked out by Cloud Gaming. I think we went to overtime 2 or 3 times, and they just narrowly managed to inch their way through. Resonance, a huge, easy win over Barney Esports yesterday, and now they're in the lower bracket. So we are 1 away from the lower bracket final. And then that champion's going to go and head into the grand final, where we will find out who is our ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble Asia Cup Finals champion. And if you're new to Brawl Stars, it's an amazing game played on mobile. And we'll go into that in a bit of into those details slightly. Like I said, match 1 is going to be Force versus Kaz. Match 2 is going to be FS Resonance versus Grassmud Dopin. And then we'll have match 3 and match 4, like I said, with the losers bracket final and then the grand final. We had really close games yesterday, and I do expect today to be full of, chock full of action. Quack, what do you think about today? So we do have best of 5s, and we have Siege, so brand new mode that we didn't have yesterday coming out, and we also possibly, if we go to tie breaks, we're going to go to pit stops. So we didn't see those 2 modes yesterday. Siege, basically what you do is you pick up power-ups for your robot, and then you get to summon a robot, and the more bolts you have, the more powerful your robot basically is, and then you just push together with your robot.
And, it is a best of 5. Well, excuse me. So we do have a best of 5 today, and that means possibly 5 game modes, depending on how the teams play them out. So it's actually going to be Heist, and the map will be Pit Stop. And the way Siege works, honestly, I'm not really sure how to classify Brawl Stars. Like, is it a top-down shooter, or is it like a MOBA, like multiplayer online battle arena, right? But either way, it is a 3v3 game. There is that teamwork, team play, strategy, kind of tactical aspect to it. And the thing about Siege, we did not get to see that yesterday. And it's basically a game mode that's, I just want to describe it. It's Heist, but with extra steps. It's Heist with extra steps. It's
Pretty
kind
much,
of a big map. Yeah, but you still have those two objectives on both sides, you know, your base and your opponent's base. And then you've got those power-ups, as you mentioned, the bolts that spawn in the middle of the map. And that's where the most of the fighting happens. You're going to want to control that middle section of the map, pick up those bolts, and make sure that you capture them so that you'll be able to summon your siege bot, which is going to help you push through into your opponent's base, and that's where you're going to dish out the damage. So, in a way, you know, that really does remind me of like League of Legends and stuff like that. So yeah, maybe it is kind of a MOBA. That's going to be
All
interesting
right,
to see.
well, yeah, so we are going to go to a very short break, and I think it's going to be about 3 minutes long. So do grab a hot drink and put on a hoodie if you're feeling cold and chilly, and we'll be back in a few short minutes.
Just come into Praxitelition in time. Come inside. You don't need to ask me. Come inside. Now you can feel this. No need to fight it. Come inside. I'm your Aphrodite. Come inside. Now you can feel this. No need to fight it. I won't let you run. I will hold you closer. Just come into this. No need to fight it.
All right, well, we're back. Hope you enjoyed that bit of a short break, but we're gonna go to factory. We're gonna go to Factory Rush, and the game mode is gonna be none other. As I always have a short memory, especially in the morning. It's gonna be Siege. So basically, objective is you collect bolts, which then power/allow you to summon a robot, and then you're kind of just basically going to want to follow your robot as it goes to the enemy base and tries to destroy it. So Factory Rush, really open map. Down the center, you kind of want to have long range brawlers to kind of just snipe that out. A good recommendation apparently is to have is have Pam, because she is able to do a decent amount of damage. And we're gonna go into game now, and it's gonna be Force versus Kaz. So Frank's also a really good brawler as well, and we'll see whether we have that pick because he can break down the obstacles. And there's the Pam indeed. So already Team Force very, very aggressive. But yesterday we saw the big MVP for Kaz, Namiruro, as he likes to backstab. And right now doing massive amount of damage. Ku is almost down. He almost gets taken out. Yeah, they're going to be forced back though. And they have no heals at the moment. They have to be careful. Namiruro now slowly starting to heal back, and he's behind enemy lines. Ku is almost down, and Pam is right there. And here comes the first robot. Slowly putting down, and that's great from them because it does chase after the first brawler, and they've just made him go through the kind of slower angles, use the obstacles to their advantage, and slowed that play down. So they overtake the robot out pretty fast and pretty easily for them. So once again, picking up bolts, Kaz, 1 bolt. Team Force with 3, they just need 1 more, and then they're going to summon their robot as well.
Yeah, and aside from that, okay, so Team Force, they're already up to 5 bolts, and it's still 5 seconds left until the next bot comes in. Gotta keep in mind that aside from Max and Pam, both teams actually also have Jean in play, and that could mean that the magic hands coming in, it's gonna do quite a bit of damage with that super. So now the bot will push through, and you can see a lot of damage is already being done, and it's actually going to make it all the way into Kaz's face. So that's that little bit of damage that's being done right there. The bot will be taken down, and that's just going to allow Team Kaz to recover just a bit. Although both teams right now neck and neck, 4 and 4 bolts.
Stay down there doing quite a bit of damage to Chewy, forcing him to move away, displacing him out. Ku always going down to like a sliver of health, but somehow managing to hang on and stay alive. Chewy almost down. Here comes the health packs on that left side. Going to be able to help Spade stay alive, but they've already taken out some of the obstacles now. Kaz is going to be in a bit of damn. They're going to be in a not Kaz, sorry. Team Force going to be in a bit of a sticky situation now because here comes the robot and the obstacles are taken out. But for them at the moment now, it's to their advantage because it allows their robot to get into Kaz's base, and it's doing tons of damage. They need to take out this spot, but Team Force with so much damage on their side, just basically denying, staying right behind their robot. And that's it. They'll drop them and they'll take the first round of the 3 rounds for that first map. But it's amazing work from them. Unfortunately for them, for Team Kaz, just couldn't deal with that pressure, and I thought it was going to be to their detriment that because the obstacles weren't there, it was going to go against them. But the thing that worked out is they had the robot on the offensive, and that just allowed their robot to just like zoom down the middle and get into the base. So a huge flipping momentum in that game. But we're gonna go into the next game, and Quack, let's see how they do.
Yeah, let's take it away. You know, we're getting ready to rumble, and it looks like I think they're going with the same exact composition, although I do really hope that Kaz has something new to bring to the table here, because they're going to have to adapt to their strategy. But look at this, Namiruro already taking down 2, and now it's all up to Response to respond to this aggression. Team Kaz has all this space to work with, and they already have 2 bolts. If they can get this 3rd, it's just a level 2 bot, so I don't think that Team Force is going to have that much trouble dealing with this one, but, you know, they still have to be careful. Look at how low Spade is. The bot is going to be making its way through, and that's the thing. You definitely want to push with your bot and do that damage to your opponent's base, because if you don't, you know, that's just a little bit wasted. Right now, 2-2 bolts. And you can just see Team Kaz really doing their best to suppress and kind of keep Team Force within their spawn and not let them push up and collect those bolts. But really, Team Force, you know, we talked about this yesterday. They are kind of like made up of the top players within the country, so they're good.
I think the other thing that they're not really using at the moment is they could possibly use some brawlers with very high mobility to just kind of like dash in and pick up those bolts last minute. Because yeah, you can go for the kills and whatnot, but it's all about getting your Ike up, right? It's all about getting the higher number of bolts so that your Ike can go in, the robot can go in, and you can steamroll your opponent's team. So maybe getting these kills aren't as important as securing those bolts and making sure that you have a Ike that can just steamroll and snowball into your opponent's face. But Team Force and Kaz at the moment pretty neck and neck. They both have about 10 bolts. Slowly now, Kaz with an extra lead. They pick up 2 additional bolts now, so it's 13 on 10. Ku goes down, and they'll pick up another one, so that's 14 bolts for them now versus the 12 of Team Force. And we're going to see the siege in 7 seconds. That's when the Ike's are going to come through. Now they equalize it though, as Namniro drops the response. They're trying to force their way in. Sirius goes in for the dash. He tries to get a double kill, but he gets taken out on that left flank. And now let's see what's going to happen. 17 bolts to 16. Here come the Ike's.
It's really, really close. It's down to the wire. 10 seconds left. And Kaz does have the advantage here, but it looks like Team Force is just going to be forcing their way through, pushing into their spawn. Yeah, they did that little bit of damage, but it's not enough. 89% to 97, so Team Kaz will take this one away.
So fast, so furious, and we're down to 1-1. So we're going to go into a tiebreak, and we'll see how it turns out. They just pushed in all the way. Like I don't even think we saw like a second Ike. Either that or they took out the Ike so fast. Yeah, we only saw one, right? Yeah. So either they took it out super, super fast, or, just didn't get enough bolts. But we're going to go into...
It was a tie towards the end.
It was a tie, wasn't it? It was like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then nothing really doing. So as you can see, usually there's a bit of a strategy where you can stack the first 1 or 2 bolts, since your first Ike isn't really powerful, and then after that you just stack that onto the second Ike. But so far it seems like it doesn't, like they can't really do anything, because the skill level of these guys is so high that after that first Ike the game is more or less done already. There's no time for the second Ike to spawn.
Dude, it's like Duel of the Fates right here. It looks like Chewy will actually take response down. So Team Kaz does have the advantage at this point, and we could actually see a repeat of the previous round if they do keep this up. Both teams 1-to-1 bolts, and also Kaz does have their bot pushing in, so that's going to be a little bit tough for Team Force to deal with. Namiru, you can see he's really applying the pressure onto Team Force back there, and they really need to delete this bot right off the bat. Yeah, great defense, but 100%, but Team Kaz still has the 3-bolt advantage. So Team Force, they're definitely going to need to respond to this, and we're just going to have to see how they deal with it. Look at the 3 of them, they're all stacked up together, and that's that magic hand coming and taking out Ku the Ace. But Namiruro, he's just dodging all these shots, going back and forth, and just picking up bolts while he's at it.
Well, I mean, look at what it's done. They've basically taken out all the obstacles in the middle, so the minute their bot spawns, they're just going to go all the way through, but it's a level 8 siege bot coming out from Kaz, and they are going to be between a rock and a hard place, because they need to do as much damage on this bot. But it seems like they're able to do it, and they're delaying a bit. Though their turret is, it's going to take quite a bit of damage, and that's going to bring it to 100% to 82.
So the momentum, that's another thing about this game mode. Team Force, they could get their bot in, but that's the thing. If they don't do enough damage to the opponent's face, then that's about it. So they really need to kind of keep themselves alive right here, and they do have that advantage. So things could be looking good for Force, but look at how Kaz are just playing this, and then Magic Hand as well, taking out response. This is going to be a doozy. Okay, so that's that level 9 bot coming up with it.
Yeah, he tried to go for the dash, but he couldn't. So Ku now, they need to stick with their bot. It's down to 32,000 hit points. Down to 25. They need to get quite a bit of decent damage. But Chewy, he's able to get to the side. He's able to dash away and bring the siege bot with him. Siege bot, though, he's too powerful. He's just smacking on Kaz's base, and it's gonna be it. That's gonna be the end of the match. So Team Force will be able to pick up the point, and they're gonna pick up the map win. So it's 1-0 in favor of Team Force, as we're going to head into the second map and second mode, which is going to be none other than Gem Grab on Minecart Madness.
Minecart Madness. I mean, I gotta say that towards the end, that Team Force, they really just turned things around, and that was just nothing short of amazing. Although Chewy really did make a good effort towards the end there to slow down the bot. You know, level 9, just too much damage. A few ticks, a few punches, and that's all it takes to do that much damage, and all of a sudden your base is down to 70%. But anyway, moving on to the next map, Minecart Madness. Let's take a look at it, right? So you see this layout, you have these minecart tracks, and there's that little element of sort of, I want to say, RNG. So if you don't know, minecarts will actually push and like travel out along these tracks, and if you get hit by them, you're gonna take massive damage, and you never know, because sometimes these minecarts, they go from your spawn towards the enemy spawn. Sometimes they go from the enemy spawn towards your spawn, and that just provides the extra cover if you push along with the minecart.
2,000 damage a hit. That's like almost all your health for the majority of brawlers.
Definitely. So it's something to really be careful of, and I don't know about you, but sometimes you just get too focused on like, okay, it's gem grab, I want to still like capture those gems, and I want to take out my opponents, right? And then you just kind of forget, wait, there's a minecart behind me. I walk right into it. It's really tough to deal with, but you know, these players, if it's anything that we've seen so far, they are going to be able to deal with it. They are that good. Team Force and Kaz, just, you know, yeah. What do you think? What kind of brawls do you think they'll be bringing into this?
I think a Sprout would actually be pretty good, because like you said, the minecarts do spawn. So if you, at an opportune moment, you're able to, I mean, if you can get the special up on Sprout, and then at the opportune moment trap the opponent team, or maybe one of the opponent brawlers, sprout him in, and you know, get the minecarts to take him out, and then go in and push in and go for that counterattack, that might be a pretty good pick. I think yesterday we saw the sniper picks as well, like a lot of sharpshooter picks also in maps that had very narrow line of sight / narrow killing fields. So we might see that also. Frank's actually a pretty good brawler here as well, in case you get walled in, or you need to break through the obstacles to get out of your your whatnot. So that's actually going to be pretty good, and Dynamite's a pretty good pick on this also. So we're going to go into the game in a few short seconds, but yeah, they're going to have to be very careful about what they do. Okay.
So it looks like we actually have kind of a similar composition, and that's that minecart that we're talking about. It's just going right across the map, and now Team Kaz, they're kind of, you know, dancing around it and careful not to get hit. But look at Nami Ruro, dude, this guy landing all of his skill shots on bow. All three already down.
All three done.
Ooh!
He gets hit. But they do have mind control. Yeah, they do have mind control, so they're gonna get 4 gems so far, and now they'll get the 5th one, and they're really running away with this. They do have a couple of mines in the middle, and that's gonna slow down Team Force by a bit. And there we go. Very well placed mines, and basically, yeah, they don't have to actually, you know, hit or do any damage. It's just about displacement and allowing them to get into the mine, into the mines to pick up the gems. But they drop so many. He tries to go in and gets taken out. So now it's 3-3. Chewy will drop response down at the bottom, and we might see a big counterattack now.
Possibly, but even then, look at how Team Kaz is playing Nami Ruro. This guy is truly such an MVP. Not only is he landing his skill shots, that allows him to build up his super, and his super is just to deploy these mines that are unseen to the enemy. So if they aren't aware of this, they step on it, they could get hit, just like how Response is getting hit right there. And now those gems will be down, but look at Spade. He's on Carl, and he's using that super, that little speed boost, to spin and just run in, pick up all those gems. So now Team Force, they're up to 8. It's 8-6
Yeah,
right now, and it still is
he was
anyone's
able to
game.
pick out Chewy. Spade was able to pick out Chewy and then use that spin to just go around, pick up the gems. And already now Team Force 14 as they get that pick off. So the countdown timer will start to spawn, and now they need to see a big push here. Namni Ruro, he's gonna have to get some. He's gonna have to land some shots, and they're forcing their way all the way back. If he goes for the dash, they might be able to get him. But Sirius, just too much damage on him, and Team Force just at the brink, able to like secure those few kills and get back. And Chewy just a bit too greedy there, allowing Spade to take him out and then use the special to just spin away.
That's really how things happen.
close.
I mean, so close. You said it. But aside from that, I mean, we talk about how Namiruro's landing his shots. He's so good. You know who else is good? It's Cootie Ace. And like the way he plays Gene, he's landing all these crucial magic hands. You know, just pull these. Pull the opponent brawlers just right into point blank range and take them out, and that's how he managed to snag all of these gems. And he's not only done it once, twice, he does it all the time, and it's just crazy how good he is at landing all of those. I know it's Minecart Madness, but like it's not even a problem for these guys. And just like that, things turn around. Team Force, they're really playing Team Cast just the way they want to. It's incredible.
We did see, right, that the minecarts actually, they make a huge difference on this map. So you always have to be very careful about the minecarts. You have to be careful. You have to have really good game awareness, because you have to be careful where your opponent is, and then you also have to make sure that you have an escape route.
Yeah, the escape route, and that's something that we have to be wary of. But okay, so this is interesting. Instead of going with Pam now, Spade has actually swapped on over to the robot there. Man, I forgot his name. But you know, he's a sharpshooter. He deals quite a bit of damage if it lands, and now responds. We'll just take. Yeah, and that's one of those like magic hands. Once again, Team Force really up with the lead.
So aggressive this round. So aggressive.
So
already up to 5 gems, and then going in for the kill. So 2 goes down though. He didn't have any gems, so he's only gonna give out 1 gem because of that kill. And now they're slowly starting to make their way back. But they've dropped it. They got a kill earlier on. So 2 will get Chewy, pick up a couple of gems. And now, like you said, the special from Namiruro tries to get the mines a bit further up, but was forced back. So they become more defensive than offensive.
Yeah, definitely, you know, when it comes to offense and defense, you guys have to be careful, especially with the minecart coming in. And they really know how to use that to their advantage. But look at Spade right there. So he's using Nani, just to correct myself back there. And Nani's special is that little eye that you see floating around there. If it runs out, he gets to teleport to it. And, that's all those gems. And now,
but he'll go down.
Yeah, he'll go down because, you know, when you push that much forward into a forward position and you only have about 3,500 points of health. Oh! Cootie Ace, that was so dangerous. And now Team Cast, they're just gonna gobble up all of these gems. Once they have it, you know, pack it up.
Yeah, he tried to go for the big play and like basically take out 3 of them at one go, but too greedy, and I think he forgot that he had all the gems. There again, trying to go for the big play and drop all 3, but unfortunately for him, you know, Kaz saw him come in and took him out pretty easily. So once again, Kaz bringing it back to 1-1. And guys, you know, we said that the matches were going to be a lot closer today, and if anything, these first 2, the first map really did show us, and the second map, if nothing, confirmed that the games are going to be really close. So we're going to go to a tie break now on this gem grab map, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we're gonna go with this and rumble. So it looks like actually Force are gonna stick with the same composition, and so will Kaz. So it looks like the way they're playing this, it's just another big firefight. And of course, Namiruro once again just landing all those shots, those explosive arrows just going off in their faces right now. And Chewy will actually take down Cootie Ace, picking up those gems. 2 are down, but that minecart will just kind of cut off Team Kaz from being able to push in. And now it's making its way into Team Force territory and pushing them back as well. So now Team Cast have all this space to work with, and they have control over the mines.
Doing tons of damage at the moment from the left and right flanks, but trying to make the most of the grass. Sirius going in, trying to get 2 in the form of Spade and Ace. But once again, it's about line of sight. They're able to see them right before they come in. But here are the mines. Response might go down. He's down 148 health and lives to see another day. He goes off to the corner and starts to regen in the grass. But that means Kaz, they do have a big opening and mind control as Spade comes around, drops Sirius. Nothing really too scary about that though, because they do have a huge mine advantage. Namiru, I don't know why he went in for the attack, and that's gonna give Team Force 2 gems. Kaz though,
I think he got
still
grabbed
have the
by
advantage.
Cody Ace.
Yeah, the thing is now they have to keep that advantage. They have the 2 gem advantage. They have to be careful that Chewie doesn't go down because he has those 7 gems. But still, you know, remember, once you get 10 gems, the countdown timer starts. Now they'll get 2, but he'll get dropped right after that. So Team Force is going to be able to pick that up. In the backstep, Response around the back, trying to pick him off. But now they're respawn, and Kaz are going to have to push in now. They're going to have to get to the mine area, because if not, Team Force are going to start the timer. And there you go. They'll pick up the last gem there at the mine, the latest gem, and the timer will start now. 14 seconds. They're ahead by 4 gems. And Kaz are gonna have to come out with a big play. If Namiruro can actually hit all his targets, they might be able to get in, but the minecart comes out and it body blocks them. And so Team Force will pick up gem grab 2-1.
2-1. I mean, we said it was gonna be close, but I did not expect things to be this close. And Team Force just somehow, it looks like every single time after they lose, they are able to adapt Team Kaz's strategy coming into this. And aside from that, it was also a little bit of a misplay you could see towards the end there. Sirius tried to go for a big play, trying to connect his magic hand, but unfortunately for him, it just kind of missed. Team Force backed up just in time, and just those gems, they weren't able to grab them, and that's, you know, things didn't work out too well.
Yeah, the minecart once again just making so much difference. Like, everyone kind of was underestimating it, but in Brawl Stars, everything is so fast, right? Like, even a couple of seconds is enough for you to put you out of place. Especially you saw in Gem Grab, you know, they tried to make that final push in and try and go and swoop up and go for that final like flurry of kills on Force and try and catch them off guard. But Namiruro's arrows couldn't, because the minecart just got right in front of the whole team. So like, a bit unfortunate there. And now we're on series point actually, because Force are up 2-0 on the map count. So all they have to do is pick up the next map, which is going to be Brawl Bar on Super Stadium. Kaz gonna have to really summon all their strength and all their concentration if they're going to want to have any chance of getting back into this upper bracket final. So, man, it is crazy. Force really, I mean, if you don't know, some of the intel that we got yesterday is Team Force is actually a mix of some of the players from PSG and also some of the players from New Alliance, which are pretty veteran pros in the local/regional Brawl Stars region. If you don't know, Team PSG is basically made out of, if I'm not wrong, 3 Singaporean players and a Japanese player, if I'm not wrong. And they're like in the top, I would say, top 4, if my data is right. Like, if I'm remembering correctly. So these guys are not people to be trifled with, and I think you can kind of see it in their play style. They're really confident, really calm and composed during the game itself, and they just know like, what separates good teams from great teams is they can sense when the opportune moment is to go in.
Definitely. Anyway, coming into this one, so there's that Frank that we're talking about, responses on it, and they're already getting control over the ball. Chewie right there, but Chewie. Whoa, wait, what?
Full distraction. They went full distraction mode. Yeah, Sirius just went around the flank with the ball, and you know, Kaz basically had no idea. Team Force basically had no idea that he was flanking him.
Look, he's trying to go for it again, but it's not going to quite work out, and now Chewie will take it. That's the thing about Brawl Ball. I know things happen really quick, but if you lose your members that quickly, it takes 3, if not 5 seconds to respawn. So you're definitely going to want to be careful. You don't want to get eliminated too quick, and Response just dishing out the damage with the hammer. He wants to shoot the ball.
With the double. He has the double block, but then can't block the last shot in. Almost is able to take him out. And just narrowly, Team Force able to... was that Force? They got the... Or was it
that was Team
Kaz?
Force. That was
Force.
Force. That was
Just
Force.
at the nick of... right at the end. Double block coming out from Kaz. Needed one more. And... oh, man. This is so fast.
I think that was the fastest Brawl Ball match I've ever seen.
It's so quick.
like
Like
less than a
serious for that
minute.
first goal. Like he just went around the left flank like Ryan Giggs and then just like got the ball in, scored the first goal. Second goal, they took out the whole team, wiped out the whole team and just got that goal. And then the third one, we had like epic saves from Kaz, just like bang, boom. But then the third hit over and he went over the obstacle. So unfortunately for him, couldn't stop that third hit. So Team Force up 1-0 on the map count at the moment, and we're into game 2.
Yeah, man. I mean, Force, they're really just forcing their way through, but it looks like things will not go the same way this time. And in fact, Kaz actually gonna switch up over onto Bia.
Oh!
And that's what Sirius is playing. Namiruro. And that's Barley over there, the area denial that we see. So that's just going to allow them to kind of keep possession over the ball and allow Team Force to, you know, be a little bit more wary. They're just going to want to dance around this area a lot more. But Spade will just magic hands it, get possession of the ball, push it in just quite a bit. And Response tries to go for the dash in, but ooh, Sirius takes it just in time.
Amazing
So that's
AoE by
B right
Sirius
there.
right there. Yeah, Spade almost got the ball and tried to go for a long-range shot, but now Sirius with it, slowly making their way through. And I think if Namiruro is able to get those, to get his flame strikes on in time, they might be able to push in.
Just gotta be a little bit careful, but you can see Kaz is kind of playing it somewhat defensively. They're playing it a little bit more slow, but Spade with that magic hands once again. Oh my god, Chewy now will take out Spade, and it's all up to Sirius before Namiruro responds back in, but he's...
Cool is right there!
No!
Namiruro again trying to do his best to help his team out, but just a little too late on that. And again, now it's the reply from Team Force pushing up so fast and
oh
doing
my god,
so much AoE damage.
Oh,
Response.
that's it. What?
That's amazing. Amazing play from Ku with the assist. Straight onto Response after he gets that opening frag on the middle. And then it's just a clear lane for him to pop the ball onto the goal. So Team Force, they take it. They take it. They will take Brawl Ball, excuse me, 2-0. And I think they take the winners bracket match that quick.
Do.
It's a valiant effort from Kaz. I mean, let's not discount them from the games, right? The games are pretty
not out
close.
Yet,
They are not out yet, and they may have their chance at retribution if they can make it through the losers bracket. But yeah, Team Force with a 3-0 sweep of that series, and we're gonna go to a short break. And after that, we'll be back with the next stage of the losers bracket. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be the losers bracket
Grassmud.
semis?
Yeah, I think it's Grassmud versus FS Resonance.
Yeah. So it's going to be the losers bracket semis, which is Resonance versus GMD, like you said. And that action is going to happen very shortly. So if you are watching the stream, do like and share. Of course, the more people we get onto this, on more views we get, the more interest from potential sponsors, potential more tournaments from Supercell, the more money they might pump in for more higher prize pools, and the more initiative for them to want to reach out to tournament organizers to organize more tournaments like this. So we'll be back from, we'll go to a very short break, hydrate and grab a couple snacks, and we'll be back shortly.
it's hard to let go when I'm holding our first kiss. But the heat of the summer is fading. I can't see our hearts healing. I just can't see our hearts healing. You fell in deep. You've already been there. You've already seen all there is to see. The answers are already in there. You've asked me the question so many times. Elation is easy to come by. Pure devotion is hard to find. Pure devotion is hard to find. Who knows what's in it for me? So evidently, you let me down gently. Who knows what's in it?
Welcome back, folks. This is the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble, and it is day 2. It's all knockouts from this stage onwards, and it's a double elimination. So, you have to be very careful in the losers bracket. And today, all the teams are so far on point, and the games have been really, really close. So we're going to show you the updated brackets now, and you'll see what's going on. So Team Force with a commanding showing right there. Kaz just slightly behind the tempo of Team Force. So Team Force move into the grand final. Now, coming up next is the losers bracket round 3, and that is going to be also known as the losers bracket semis, and that's between FS Resonance versus Grass Mud Doping. And the Grass GMD, as I like to call them, really close matches yesterday. And they Cloud put in a very valiant effort against them, like a really big resistance. But GMD just seemed to they always seem to come in at the last moment and grasp the game at I don't know. It's like right when they need to do it, they just go in last minute and are able to somehow, as they roll the dice randomly, they get Lady Luck on their side and are able to get the final pick / kill / gem, whatever it is on the map, of course. So it's gonna be, once again, it's gonna be Siege on Factory Rush, followed by Gem Grab on Minecart Madness, Brawl Ball on Super Stadium, and then Heist on Pit Stops if it keeps going neck and neck. And then if we need to go to a tiebreak, it is Bounty on Canal Grande.
So now we will be starting it off with Siege on Factory Rush, as you mentioned. And once again, it is this open map. So it looks like the teams are actually going for a similar composition to what we saw earlier, except for 8-Bit and Carl right there. And it looks like Jay actually will already pick up 2 bolts for his team. And now Wiggly Peen just doing that as well. And that's the thing about having a Max over on your team. Max allows you to, when that super is deployed, you get that little speed boost and you cover up so much more space. And that dash coming in, Vex going in, trying to just make it out with that sliver of health. Trying to be careful. Grassmud and Resonance both still neck and neck, 4-4 right now.
Really good work from Noping though. Yeah, with that heal box, just holding down on that left flank, making sure that the GMD can't flank them. But just as I say that, commentator's curse, they go down back to the successful flank. Zykia almost got taken out by Kid Drunken, but is able to get behind the obstacle just in the nick of time.
Really in the nick of time, and they have to be so careful here, because if you're eliminated like how Drunken got eliminated back there, that's the advantage gone. But it looks like Grassmud actually will have their level 13 bot pushing along into FS Resonance's base, and they really have to be careful looking at how they're trying to body block this, along with the super heal box as well. No pick will go down, but that's okay because no damage was done whatsoever to their base. And now with the 10 volt advantage, 30 seconds until the next siege, Resonance has the advantage here, unless Grassmud
hold on. That's all they need to do. They just need to hold on.
They really do, and you can see Zykia and Vex kind of duking it out there, but Zykia's, smarter. He knows, I don't really have to go for the kills here. All I need to do is to pick up these bolts, hold on to him. But look at Grassmud, Drunken, and Vex. They're actually trying to backstab this. What?
But the bot
will push
they weren't able to do it, and now I think Resonance rolled the dice and were just trying to see what they could do. They need to push. They need to push with their bot right now. Their bot is super high level, but it can get bursted down. Oh my god! Look at the damage it's doing on the turret. It's down to 37 already, 32 now. 3 seconds to go in this first round, and they risked it. But you gotta risk it for the biscuit, and the Residents pick up that first round. My goodness, I think they calculated it just nice.
Like you said, right? They step up at the last second.
Oh man, 43%, and if they 2 more seconds, I think the turret would have been gone. But then the bot spawned, and just too strong. The ike for them for Resonance, way too strong.
Really strong. It was really close though. Valiant effort from Grassmud, of course, but when you have a level 13 bot on your side, that's just what can you do? They tried to body block it, it just wasn't enough. But the effort towards the end, the backdoor just wasn't open for you guys. I'm really sorry, Grassmud. So FS Resonance takes that one, but now we will come into this with round 2. And it looks like they're going for once again the same composition, except for Jay. He's over on Penny now, and that's that long range shots going in, but Drunken will take out No Pink, and that's once again the advantage over the Grassmud. They should be able to pick up these bolts, and Wiggly Peen, that's that bot coming in with their advantage on the bolts now. So Resonance, gotta be careful here.
So low, and the bot coming in. Noping should go down by right. But coming around the corner, gets a bit of healing, which allows him to body block it right there. And this bot should go down without any issues. Wiggly Peen on the flank tried to get some shots onto the turret, but now nothing doing for them. Good news for them though is at the moment Residents haven't really picked up that many bolts. So they only have 4 against Grassmud dropping 5 bolts now, which will go up to 6 or 5 as they get denied. So it goes 5-2 now as Resonance try and go for the counter, but GMD is popping so much damage there. There is though that cannon towards the bottom, so GMD with the higher amount of bolts will be able to spawn that ike, and now it's going to get body blocked, taking a lot of damage, and I don't think it's going to have any issues. It will be able to get 2 hits onto the turret, and that means that Resonance are down to 77 health on that turret.
Down to 77, and that's going to be a tough one to deal with if they do not come up over in this last section of the round. They will not be able to come back anymore. And now it looks like GMD, they're just trying their best to not let Resonance come back into this one. Drunken, though, will be so low on health and Vex falls. And that's just a lot more vault still for Grassmud, actually. Resonance over on 4, it's just not enough. The level 9 bot comes in, and they definitely have to be careful with this one. No Pink will do his best to body block it. Look at all that health that he has. 15, 14, 13 seconds now. And they're just doing their best to keep their base alive. They still need to do damage to Grassmud, though, and I just don't think it's going to be enough. It's overwhelming for them. Resonance, I don't think they're going to make it out of this one.
I mean, GMD just like this round / game, right? They really knew how Resonance were playing, and so they adapted, and it worked out in their favor. And they just had the bold advantage every single time. They knew when to push in, they knew when they had to stay back, and they got enough bolts for their bots to actually make a difference, even if it was going to get body blocked. And if it was going to get body blocked, if you notice, they always had someone on the opposite flank as well of where the bot was entering. So even if the bot couldn't get any damage and was getting busted down, they still would be able to get some damage onto the turret via one of the brawlers.
That's a very, very good point, and that's exactly their strategy coming into this one. They know that even though they have the bot coming in, they don't necessarily have to push behind it and just do all that extra damage. Go for that flank, get that little bit of chip damage into their spawn, and Grassmud took that one away. So now Resonance coming into this one, if they want to stay, if they want to keep their lead up, they're going to have to come back. But looking at this, I don't know if it's going to happen. Drunken and Wiggly Pete. Ooh, that's so much damage. Now Zyke's the last one alive. Down to 300, 900 now. But, you know, that's all these bolts that GMD will be able to seize. It's a level 2 bot, so I don't think it's too much of a problem for GMD at the moment. Look at that. Vex is just dealing all the damage that he can. And Wiggly Pete actually getting distracted by Zyke right now, so he won't be able to body block the bot anymore coming into this.
Oh,
and
no.
It looks like their base will just get a little bit of damage.
Down.
Yeah.
That's all right. They respawn and they take about 11% damage on the turret, so it's not too much of an issue. And now it's going to be a battle for the bolts. Big action happening in the middle. Vex just narrowly surviving, and Drunken's going to be able to take out the second as well. So now they have 4 bolts, and they should be able to get the 5th one. But Jay, no, he is able to ninja around the corner and pick up one of those. It's going to be 6-3 on the bolt count at the moment, and GMD might get this next bot is going to do a lot of damage. So they do have the bolt advantage, and now that level 7 siege bot is going to start stomping its way down into Resonance's base. No ping goes down though, so they only have 2 up at the moment, and the bot is doing massive amounts of damage. Like Jay's trying to get, is just trying to disappear. But so far, Resonance holding on pretty strongly now. Next siege is 25 seconds. And remember, Resonance now, they do have the advantage in terms of bolts, so they should be able to spawn this Ike without any issues. But no, GMD pick up two bolts. We'll pick up another one as it spawns. So they're 5-5. 6-5, 7-5 now, and GMD.
I think it's 9.
Oh man, it's gonna be a level 9, level 10 bot as they pick up one more right before the spawn timing comes out. And I don't know whether Resonance can hang on for dear life and have someone on the flank to go and do some more damage on GMD's turret.
Yeah, I don't think so. It looks like Resonance will not be able to make it out of this. And look at all that damage. It's just not gonna happen. The bot just does all the damage. GMD there as well, applying that extra pressure, rub the salt into the wound, and that's their base just gone, demolished.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about making sure that you have enough bolts, right? And somehow Resonance, couldn't hold the lead after that second summon / spawn of the Ike. Now GMD again showing that, like, right at the that moment when their opponents seem to be winning, they're just somehow able to swoop in and get the steal regardless of what game mode it is. Showing that is actually an art to be able to ascertain when's the right time to come in and when's the right time to execute these kind of like really risky maneuvers. It's high risk, but it's also high reward, as GMD has shown us. Sorry, I got a bit tongue-tied there. But they'll take the first game mode, and that's going to bring it to 1-0 in this best of 5 series in the losers bracket semis.
Yeah, now coming into the next map, we know what it is. It's Minecart Madness. So GMD and FS Resonance. Not quite sure how this one's going to turn out. I mean, if anything, we're just seeing like how these matches, they keep getting better and better. So whoever's watching, all you guys, get your friends to watch, share the stream. It's so hype, it's so intense. These teams are so good. It's just neck and neck every time. And of course, as you've mentioned before, it's an art. GMD, they're masters of it. They know how to come back in these clutch situations every single time. But Minecart Madness, once again, I'm not quite sure. Is it that element of RNG with the minecart coming in? I don't know if that will play into favor of GMD's strategy, but we'll have to see. FS Resonance, they could have something up their sleeves as well. What kind of brawlers do you think they'll take into this game this time?
All right, so we're going to the game, and it's going to be like we said, Minecart Madness. It is none other than the gem grab mode, and as you can see already, that minecart coming through, so it gives you a bit of an opportune moment if your opponent is not already towards the middle of the map to get in.
And you can see, so FS Resonance, they actually used the early minecart to push their way in, and now they have all this forward position, but the minecart right behind them is going to make it a little bit tough for them to just stay alive. But thankfully, that health pack will come in just in the nick of time. And FS Resonance J just spinning it to win it. And now Grassmont, they fall just by a bit. It's still 3-4 though, actually. So anyone's game still. And that minecart looks like Drunken actually just got hit by the edge of it. So Resonance, they're going to use this to push up and collect all that extra gem. 5-4 now.
Yeah, they do have middle control at the moment, do Resonance, but they have to be careful. Here comes the special coming out from Zykia, and he is not able to get anyone out, but Vex will pick up one, and Vex will go down. So they lose, I think, 2 gems to that, but Wigglypin staying alive. He still has the majority of their gems. That's 4 gems there, and Vex is gonna have to. They're gonna have to do something. Vex, the minecart's chasing him, but he's able to juke his way out. Now, Resonance up to 9 gems. They're going to be able to pick up the last one, I think, to start the countdown pretty soon. Yeah, there we go. It spawns. We take it. And now all they have to do is get back to base. But they have to be careful, though, because GMD are starting to chase them. 10 seconds left. Wigglypin, if he gets a couple of shots on, he's going to have his special. And that's going to allow them to move in. Drunken comes through with the suitcases. Goes in for the spin. He's going to just survive. And that's going to be the countdown. So once again, Resonance knowing how to when to back off, and they did it perfectly there. Had always had mid control, were able to use the minecart to their fullest advantage, to the fullest extent that they could, and just played it really smart. So got that last gem, and then straight away ran towards their spawn as quickly as they could. And they knew that if they could deny GMD from kind of coming through, they would be able to pick up the round. So Resonance playing the mechanics and the meta of the game perfectly in that game.
Absolutely perfectly. Excuse me. Okay, so the Brawler composition there was kind of interesting as well. You could see they both had Carls, the boomerang, and of course the spinning as well with the super. These guys really know what they're doing, and aside from that, it's the minecart, right? You can see sometimes, so there's like this back and forth. It goes towards the enemy spawn first, and then it goes towards your spawn. And Resonance, they really know how to play this to their advantage. And you can see Jay kind of dueling it out with Drunken right there, but unfortunately he will get taken down. The Zykia will take Vex down. And now Drunken actually going to go for it even further. It's just really cornering Zykia back into that little spot there, and he will not be able to do anything.
Oh no, Drunken! Minecart takes him out, and that gem is going to be on top of the obstacle, so I guess at least that's going to be denied. But right now, GMD able with that early leak and that early flank to pick up a lot of gems. That's 5-1 on the scoreboard at the moment, and now will be 6-1 as they get mind control.
They have mind control, and GMD, they're just gonna play this to their advantage. Now the Minecart's gonna be coming in. Drunken will just try to do his best to push them just a bit and then fall back as he needs to. 9 gems now. All they need is 1 more to seize the deal. And now Jay will try to do something. No Pink will try to suppress it. But, you know, GMD, they have all the gems here. At the same time, they have to be careful not to lose them as well. And that's the 10th one coming in. The Minecart pushes in as well. Oh, Drunken using that.
He's isolated. The Minecart.
Oh.
He blocks, he gets blocked off, and he goes down. And now there's no way that they're going to have enough firepower without Zykia, who's doing the majority of the DPS, to get back into the base and do the chase on grass mud. So once again, the Minecart denying the clear win right there, as they were Residents were starting to get onto the offensive and go in for the last ditch effort. And Minecart Madness, it seems like nobody's able to kind of master this map so far. So they're going to bring it to a tiebreak now. It's 1-1 on the scoreboard in this second game mode. And GMD, remember, they picked up the first map, that's Siege. And they're definitely going to want to get this second map as well.
Yeah, they definitely want to. But that was, I mean, you definitely said it, you know, GMD, it's the clutch situations again. It looks like FS Resonance has it, and then GMD comes back with, like, just to one-up these guys even further, and now Resonance, they're definitely going to have to kind of recalibrate their strategies and figure out, okay, what do we need to do to counter GMD as we come into this? But it looks like both teams might actually be going with the exact same composition once again. Carl, Pam, and Max, and they're just going at it once more. The Minecart pushes in, GMD falls back, and that's just extra space for Resonance to work with. They're going to make use of this, but Drunken pushes in, just trying to dish out that damage, build up his super, and then spin it as he needs to. And look at that, there's already 4 gems over onto Resonance's side.
Yeah, but now the middle control is going to go up to GMD as they push through. So Noping has to be careful. Here comes Drunken. He almost gets it, gets the spin in with his super, and he's able to pick up the 2 gems, and then falls back as he tries to get back. He's down to 200 health. Will now start to heal up, and he needs to run because Jay's chasing. Noping in the middle, and will drop him. So he's going to be able to pick up all those gems, and GMD now have to figure out how do they get back into this game.
Definitely figuring it out, and now it looks like Drunken. Oh, look at that! All ready. 3 of them just bunched up, and that fat boomerang, that was so much damage. And now they'll be trying to do something to push Jay. They know he's got that 5 gems, and they want it. Oh man, Minecart though. They gotta be careful. So now they're gonna pull back along with it. It's 4-7. GMD has to be careful here, and they definitely need to make a push, a play if they want to seize those gems.
If he goes in, they don't know he's there because he's in the grass. He gets some damage onto Taika, but they're up at 9. Jay's able to use his super to go around the corner. What a clutch. And now they have to chase. I think if Drunken can get a really good attack while the other 2 flank, they might be able to do so. But they know that they're in the grass, and the Minecart is going to block them off again. So now they only have 3 seconds. They have to go for it if they want to. Drunken goes in now. He might get 3. He almost does. But his 2 teammates go down, so they don't have enough damage. And unfortunately for him, FN's Resonance will pick up that game. Once again, playing the objective, taking their time, and playing it smart. And so Resonance will pick up Gem Grab, and they're going to bring it to a 3rd map. So that's going to be none other than, it's going to be Brawl Ball, one of our favorite modes, and it's on Super Stadium. So let's see how it turns out. GMD just not able to pick up that map, so it was 2-1. To Resonance, and it's 1-1 on the losers bracket semis scoreboard at the moment. Remember, it is a best of 5, and what these guys are playing for, every weekend of every month there is a weekend cup that you can take part in for the ESL Asia Brawl / Singapore Community Rumble. And then what you're trying to fight for is, I think, like 1st place, 2nd place, or whatnot. They walk away with like $90, $40. But then the most important part is not that money then, but to get the slot into the monthly cup final, which happens in the 1st week of the next month. So for example, August's cup, the final is this week, which is the 1st week of September, right? And from there, basically you're fighting for the bigger prize pool. So first place walks away with $1,000, second place with 480, third place for 240, fourth place 140, and fifth and sixth walk away with $40 each as well. So almost $14,000 in total prize pool for the whole kind of series, and that's almost every month so far till the end of the year, I think. But yeah, big shout out to ESL Asia for organizing this, and of course Supercell for the awesome game that is Brawl Stars, as well as their support of these grassroots and community tournaments.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, big prize pool. If you guys want to join, definitely hit up the ESL Asia Discord, join the Brawl Stars tournament, and you could qualify for these monthly finals. I think I saw in the chat earlier on someone from Team Force, he was saying like, you know, we won, and then his friend was like, oh, your pockets must be really heavy, time to treat us to BBQ. So, you know, a little bit of fun there. But anyway, next map, Brawl Ball. You know, we've seen that it can be so quick, you know, you blink, you miss it. But once again, this map, Super Stadium, it's kind of tricky, kind of open, but at the same time, there are so many obstacles to deal with. So hopefully these teams coming into this one, FS Resonance and GMD, they might want to go with brawlers that are able to destroy these obstacles and kind of just open up the map so much more. Or, you know, go for speed and allow... take possession over the ball and just ricochet it, bounce it off these obstacles, and slowly inch your way over into the opponent's goal. So really interesting how this one's going to play out. Team Force, we saw earlier on, they just had a Frank to kind of brute force their way through everything and just smash everything down. So I don't know, this could be interesting here.
I think we got a couple of shout out requests. So shout out to Aguilera Moses. Shout out to Ken Bongyuyan, I think. Sorry if I'm messing up your names, guys. And thanks for coming in and tuning in. Do make sure to like, share, and of course, I would say subscribe, but that's basically the same thing as well. Asia, if you're watching from the ESL Asia YouTube channel, do subscribe to the channel, of course, for more content. Not just from Brawl Stars, but some of the other content as well that gets put up there. So we're going to go into the game in a few short seconds. And once again, it is Brawl Ball on Super Stadium. So we're going to go into the game right now. If you just joined us, it's the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble, brought to you by ESL Asia and Supercell.
Okay, so we're just going to jump right into this one. It looks like Rejoin will be over on Barley. And that's those... bottles that will deny area. And look at that, Zyka and Jay, they're already pushing in. Jay, of course, and Jackhammer. That's a heavy weight. Ooh, wow. What?
So much damage.
So much. Look at that. Supers right off the bat. Wow, these guys. They're just not giving up any chance whatsoever. Look at that. Wigglypoo already going so in fast and hard.
Oh,
and that's it.
Man. Jay just very close to kind of stopping it as he spawned out, but you know, GMD just doing so well on that counterattack.
Yeah, I mean, so well, so fast and furious, as you said before. It's just, guys, come on, give us a chance to cast the game. So now Jay will actually get possession over the ball, but unfortunately
it's
will
a triple
fall.
wipe.
And now Vex has it. Rejoin needs to block this, and they're just gonna keep possession over the ball. Those barley pies will come in, and they are forced to go. They're out of their way. Jay in a tough spot right there. 331 points of health. Wigglypoo trying to take him out, and now Zyka and Rejoin. They're over on defense. It's just in the nick of time. They block it, but Wigglypoo will take it. He can shoot it in right now, and that's it. GMD takes the first match.
They take it. So they take Brawl Bar, and that's gonna bring it to oh man, let me just write this down real quick.
That's just the first
round. That's gonna bring it to
so.
2-1. Oh no, yeah. It is the first round. So we do have one more round. So GMD in the lead right now for the Brawl Ball map, and it wasn't really it was pretty close. I think Resonance just kind of lost out when as they came into the second second goal, the second goal in that game, they just like this, all the specials missed by like a really small amount, and that meant that they couldn't go in. They would have gotten a triple wipe and definitely would have gotten that pretty easily. So I don't know. Are they gonna switch up? Are they gonna switch up their lineup? Do you reckon?
I have no idea. I mean, if we've seen anything so far, they tend to stick with the compositions. They go for the same brawlers almost every time, and they just kind of try to figure out, okay, maybe I should switch up my strategy and go for a flank instead. But it looks like Wiggly's Poo sticking over on Carl this time. He's just gonna spam those boomerangs, taking out Jay, and now wait, Drunken falls as well. And now rejoin. Oh, Vex is gonna push in over into his position and kind of trying to take him out. But unfortunately for him, he's low on health as well. Possession over in Resonance right now, and Zykia just activates a super at that little bit of movement speed, pushing the ball further deeper into GMD's space. And it's just back and forth at this point.
Jay goes down, and that's going to give him middle control. GMD, they're just being very, very patient about it. They're not trying to force it. You know, they're not trying to do anything special. Just waiting for the supers to come up, and Vex just going around, pushing the ball back and forth, trying to bait out some of the shots from Resonance so that he can pass it on to his teammate, and then they can try and go for the flank. So already in, Rejoin will get the ball off and do the goal line clearance. And now Zykia with the ball will pop it off. So they're just trying to clear it out and make sure that GMD can't get into position. But Vex picks it up now, puts it right into the corner. Zykia almost gets taken out, but will be able to live to see another day. He has to be careful though. Vex able to take out Rejoin, so that's going to be a couple of seconds before he comes out. Drew goes down as well. Wiggly's pull. Gets it to Vex. Vex goes for the shot, and Jay just can't stop him. He's right behind the line, and that's going to be the first goal in favor of GMD.
And that was quite a bit of time eaten up as well. So Resonance, they definitely have to make a huge push coming into this one, because if not, they're going to run out of time. And GMD will just win on that.
Zykia.
Oh, and look at that. Vex just goes in hard. Yeah. And like once you're taken down, you know, all that forward momentum is gone, and you're kind of left trying to think like, okay, how can I push in right now? But he's just unable to do so because Drunken, look at that, all of that area denial, and Jay is low, but he will take Drunken out this time. Oh my
he gets
god,
double.
Wiggly.
Wiggly with a double, but Rejoin is able to spawn back in time, so he should be able to kind of just hold this off. And if they don't do anything, Resonance need to get a shot off, a miracle shot off, and that's it. GMD will take Brawl Ball 2-1. So it's 2-1 in game, and it's also 2-1 on the series scoreboard. So we go to map 4. They're pushing it to map 4, and it's going to be Heist on pit stops. I think this is the first time today that we're going to map 4 in all these best of 5 series. So remember, every game today is a best of 5. So we're on the losers bracket semis at the moment between FS Resonance and GMD, and we'll see how it'll turn out.
Such close games. I mean, just GMD once again. It's not even clutch moments anymore. They've kind of figured out how FS Resonance plays, and they know exactly, okay, in Brawl, all we gotta do, control space, get the damage in, Vex will push in, use the speed, and just really get the ball into the goalpost. But now coming into Heist, looking at Pit Stop, have you seen the layout of this one yet? It's, I don't know how to describe it, kind of open, but at the same time you got all these bushes all over the place. And that's just a lot of space for these players to work with, to be able to push up and kind of duke it out and eventually make their way over into the opponent's safe and dish that damage to the base. And that's really what they need to do over here. That's the objective of Heist. So I don't know how they're going to play this one. What do you think?
It's gonna be tough, but you know, if they can use the grass lanes to their advantage, it'll be pretty interesting to see. We've got more shout out requests, so shout out to Alyssa Lauren Toledo, shout out to Muhammad Afik bin Rasul, and also shout out to Jericho from Team Corps / Team Core Philippines. But we're gonna go back into the game now. FS Resonance versus Grassmud Doping. Remember, on the series, it's 2-1. And this is none other than Heist. So what you have to do is you have to try and make your way to the enemy's base and do as much damage as possible, either to destroy that enemy vault or do as much damage as possible on the enemy vault before time runs out.
Yeah, and now looking at this, it looks like GND, they're kind of going with the same strategy here. Barley denying space and Vex, you know, speed. Look at that. He has a need for speed and he's really going to use it, and that's already damage done. Look at that. And that's the thing about Barley. You lob one of those sort of grenades over onto your opponent's vault, and that's, you just let it tick away, the damage is done. It's down to 66% already for FS Resonance.
Oh, Vex with a double. Now they're gonna push all the way in, and they're doing so much damage. Vex just chipping away. Wiggly Spoo goes back. Taika has to come all the way back. He was getting quite a decent amount of damage onto GMD's vault, and now they're pushing. Here comes the counter attack. Jay on the right flank, No Ping in the middle. No Ping should go down. He will go down, but he gets the healing potions right on the middle. He gets all of that healing down, and Taika is gonna survive. So a lot of damage coming through. Jay is gonna be taken out, and now the counter attack might come through now. Vex, if he is able to drop No Ping, and if they can zone out No Ping, they might be able to get more damage, but it's 42% to 13 at the moment. Resonance holding on for dear life. They'll respawn now. Jay should go down. No, he's able to survive, and now No Ping with the reply. Taekwondo comes through the middle, down to 4 health. One more hit, and that's gonna be it. And Resonance, they take the first round in this map of a Heist. And what a showing. It was back and forth, but just Resonance with a better counterattack.
Better counterattack indeed. I mean, they just knew how to play it. They knew how to abuse the fact that they had Barley over as one of their brawlers. I mean, GMD, they had Barley as well, and he kind of went for that similar strategy, but unfortunately for him, actually, FS Resonance, they had that teamwork coming in. They just managed to take those duels better and push GMD all the way back in their spawn. And GMD as well, sometimes they try to go for their opponent's vault at the same time instead of defending. And that's just, you know, not enough health over in your vault. You kind of need to defend sometimes. So coming into the second round, let's take a look. No Pink will be doing the same thing, lobbing those grenades over. The heal comes in as well, and that allows them to take hold over this middle position. Oh, look at that.
Wiggly Spoo. He's ninjaing.
He's all the way at the bottom. Look at that.
But they go for the base trade. So at the top as well, you know, we do have conversely some damage going on, and now Taika will get dropped. But Wiggly Spoo doing so much more damage. It's a base race. It's going down to the wire now, but GMD,
look at Drunken.
They do have 3. Oh, Drunken. Oh my gosh. Area of denial just piling down. Wiggly Spoo, you know, all 3 of them suddenly had clear line of sight, and maybe that base race wasn't worth it.
That was so fast. I mean, that's the thing about Heist. Sometimes the base race, it doesn't work, you know? You kind of try to go for it, but if your opponent's team is that much better coordinated, which is exactly how GMD played it. Drunken, all he had to do, you saw it. He was just over in the back behind that wall, lobbing grenades over. I'm just Kobe after Kobe. Rest in peace, by the way. But yeah, and then his teammates just came out on both flanks, kind of suppressing FS Resonance, and they weren't able to do anything. They can't take Drunken out, and that's the damage second after second, and all of a sudden they lost. So now it's coming into this one. FS Resonance, they're definitely going to have to figure this thing out. Jay will get taken out, unfortunately. That's the second one.
Now we're going to see the push. Can they stop him, Quack? And the answer is no, because No Ping will go down. So that's 2 down already. And if they want to go in, they can go in now. But now No Ping will respawn.
Playing it a little bit safe. They know they have the advantage, so they don't necessarily have to push it all the way. Right. Look at that. Oh, he's doing, that's that backdoor that is going in, but he knows he has to come back to defend. Look at that, 76 to 81%. And that's Drunken doing all that damage again.
Wiggly Spoo just, you know, just taking his time, popping those rockets off. Drunken now, doesn't matter if he goes down, because Vex is going to be around. Vex goes for the dash. Jay is almost down, but the healing pots will come out from No Ping. So that's a bit of a respite for his teammates. and they're going to try and go for a counterattack. But right now, just too much dominance, it seems, from GMD. 81% now on that, still 81% on their vault. No ping will go down, and that means the heals are gone. The AoE damage is gone as well. Jay with a double, and that's going to keep his team in contention for this.
Wiggly's Pooh and Drunken, they're like just doing it just right, but if anything goes well right now for Resonance, they might be able to do that damage that they need so desperately. Look at that, 30%!
Oh!
The time could run out any second. The backdoor's coming in as well. I don't know. Oh my god! Resonance! They ganked up just in the nick of time. Oh my god.
We're going to a tiebreak. Oh. Jay just at the last moment was able to use the super and take out the front walls, and that allowed them to come through and just keep putting like so much damage onto the vault. And I think GMD just got a bit too complacent right there as they went for that last counter attack. So we're going to a 5th map, ladies and gents. The first time we've gone to a 5th map, and it's going to be Bounty on Canal Grande. Bounty, one of those modes that can go either way. You get a star for every kill you get, but conversely, you have to be careful not to die, because if you get taken out by your opponent, you lose all the stars and they get the stars that you've actually accumulated. So it's one of those games where it can get fast and furious. And like we saw yesterday during I think it was Cloud versus GMD, right at the very end, we saw simultaneous kills that brought it to 13-13 on the star count, and then we went into double overtime. So exciting action. And while we're waiting for that, another shout out. So shout out to Coup de Ace from Abang Greek on the Facebook channel.
That's a Team Force player. So I mean, speaking of shout outs, I think we also got to give a shout out over to Revelo, who came over on our social medias. And that's pretty nice of him. Speaking of which, Death Adder, you want to kind of plug your socials a bit?
Yeah, I am. I'm Death RSG on Facebook and on Twitch. So the Twitch is a bit in the making right now, just slowly starting to get my graphics and stuff. What about you, Quack?
I mean, you know me. Hey, I'm Quack. It's Hey, I'm Quack on basically everything. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You got it all. But I'm mostly active on Twitter. Speaking of which, so yeah, Brawl Stars, man, this is. All these games so far, they've been so close, neck and neck, and we see so much skill coming out of all these players. It's so exciting. So all of you guys watching, be sure to like this stream, share it. If you're not watching it with your friends, you're not doing it right, guys. I mean, you know, maybe you have it on your phone, you just share it with your friends. Yeah, everyone come and watch together. Share it on Facebook, share it on YouTube, share it on everything, right? So coming to the next one, as you mentioned earlier, it's going to be Bounty over on Canal Grande. Taking a look at the layout of this map, though, it's a little bit different from what we saw yesterday. So middle section of the map, you got this long patch of grass over the horizontal side. But aside from that, you've got obstacles all across the board as well. And that star right in the middle. Whoever seizes that could very well dictate the rest of the match. So these teams coming in, definitely got to be careful. I don't know if we're going to see a repeat of yesterday. We saw Jay and Vex duking it out over with Mortis, dashing in really well. But aside from that, we also have sharpshooters, so could be interesting to see. Maybe they're going to have Brock, maybe they're going to have Piper, but I don't know. You know, I really want to see. You don't see them play a lot of these heavyweight brawlers a lot. You know, we don't see El Primo, we don't see Frank over in Bounty even. So I don't know. I kind of hope that they bring something different coming into this one, an interesting strategy. You know, the kind of the holy trinity of, like, you know, RPGs. You got the tank, you got the healer, you got the DPS. But looking at this, it looks like they're playing it really like a shooter. You know, you got all these long range duels. They're taking firefights instead, and just controlling space overall. So it's very interesting. It's anyone's game still at this point. What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, I mean, on this Canal Grande, the teams tend to be either very aggressive or they'll be passive. So this first start is going to make a huge difference Yeah, that Mortis. So that might be the pivotal key to this. But they do have a Sprout, and Resonance don't have a Sprout. So that defense, I think to me, what they're going to try and do is they're going to try and push in and either use that Sprout to lock them out, or once they get that initial kill back, so they can get a lead on that star, that make a difference. And there you go. They have that star lead, and now what they might do is they might go defensive if they can. And so far, yeah, they're just waiting for Sprout to get the special, and then they're gonna zone them out, and then I think that's where GMD will start to push their way in.
For sure, and look at that little river, that little canal right over in the middle section of the, vertically middle of the map, kind of splitting it left and right for these guys, and they're just kind of split up, trying to be careful with it. You can see that Jay, he really wants to dash in to kind of take out these long range, the Sprout and the Tick over on GMD, but he's unable to because every time he tries to do so, it's either those grenades, and there's that Sprout, the plant wall coming up.
Amazing defensive Sprout, amazing, and they're all relatively long range. Junkin gets Jay. So now it's 4 stars to 1. The super comes in. Vex goes for the jump and gets a lot of damage in, and he'll jump back out. So really smart move there. But Jay now has them isolated. He gets Vex, so bringing a 4-4. But Wiggly Spoo, bang bang to the face. Says, see you later, Jet. See you later, Jay, rather. Thanks for coming to the gun show. And that's 7-4 on the star count. Wiggly Spoo slowly starting to get his special up, or his super up once again, and he's just gonna stay alive so that he can get some heals down, and then possibly get that Sprout down. Zykia coming through. Jay wants to come down. Vex is in a bit of trouble, but they don't know he's there. Now they do, and he needs to get out. Jay with a double shot is able to go around the corner, almost falls into the water, but is able to survive in the nick of time, gets out before he gets taken out, and Grasma Dopping will pick out the first round in this game. Oh man, they didn't know he was at the bottom, and then he revealed himself last minute. Maybe the smarter move would have been to just run away down, but you know, he's a man who likes to live life on the dangerous side. So he didn't go down. He had like 1,000 hit points left, which would have been just like one hit, but they will pick up that first round in this map of this tie break, and they're going to be very confident, I think. Now let's see whether there are any composition changes for FS Resonance. They might possibly put in a Sprout of their own to see whether they can zone out GMD, or maybe, like you said, they might go long range now, because that's what GMD are kind of doing right now at the moment, right? They're zoning out and losing the long range capabilities, but then you also had the ability to do long range, but also to with his shotguns at short range take out anyone, which was like Jay, who was trying to come in with the Mortis, like you said, right, to deal with and dispatch him if needed at close range.
Exactly. So I think Resonance might actually switch up their composition here. That's the thing. You kind of want to have a balance. Okay, they're actually going to go with the same exact thing. Pokro, Rosa, and Jay, of course, on Mortis. But that's the thing. When Vex is over on Daryl with those shotguns, you're not going to want to bring a knife to a gunfight here, buddy. But, I don't know. Things could go different. We have to take over there with the special, and that's all that damage. Look, Vex is going in, and Zykia unable to
They know Zykia is there, and they're going to put the super. The super's going to go this.
Oh my
it's a
God.
double!
Once again, the wall is up. It's a double as well. 4 stars already for GMD.
Now they've isolated Zykia, so they could take him out. Here comes the bomb. The super once again. He's stunned, but he's gonna chase now. He's chasing because he smells blood, and he might go for him, but they lure him. It's a trap. It's a trap. Vex takes out Zykia. Oh my God, Quack! This is crazy. Now the counter attack. Oh man, GMD just going ham at the moment.
That's the thing. You said it exactly, Phil. It's a trap. Zykia, what are you doing? You gotta learn from your mistakes. He goes in once again. Yes, you're on Rosa. Yes, you've got that much health to deal with, but even with your super, if you got 3 guys staring down at you, it's so tough. And Jay, he loves being the ninja. He wants to dash in, but he's just unable to do so. That wall coming in at the same time. Every time Sprout wants to do so, Zykia wants to push it hard. No, look at that.
Oh, but now, right in the midst of things. Oh, he gets taken out the wall.
18 stars.
Oh man.
Such a strong lead. He's bad. Oh no. Look at that. He wants to dash in, but Drunken,
Oh,
all
but
of his
Jay, he
teammates are
he
there.
could pick up a triple if Zyka can get in. No, again! Vex!
Nuh-uh.
They will get drunken though, so that'll be 11-20. Vex needs to run away now. He's at 3K.
No,
oh, but the dash away. Oh,
The
man.
dash
Oh. Quack, what a
That's
match.
that, dude. What a match. But GMD, they take it. They take it. Just, you know, they prove time and time.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
You've activated my trap card. Oh man,
That's exactly
so
it.
good. So well
good.
played. So okay, well that's gonna be it for the losers bracket semis. Congratulations to GMD. They move on to the losers bracket final. Commiserations to Resonance and GMD. They're gonna have an uphill task because they're going up against Team Kaz, and I think it's gonna be a good match as well. So we are gonna go to a break, and we'll be back with the losers bracket final. It's also gonna be a best of 5, and you know, go and get a snack. Go and make some popcorn if you do have that. Get a hot cocoa, a hot tea, whatever is your favorite hot beverage, and we'll see you after the break.
And I can be your everything if you stay. Please just say I'm mine. I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? Ooh, I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes. Please just give me something. Ooh, I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? Ooh, and I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes. Please just give me something. I need you. I need you. I want you to love me. I need you to stay. Have you found another? I want you to love me, and I won't make mistakes.
All right, welcome back to the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. It's myself, Death Adder, and hey, I'm Quack here, bringing you some awesome esports commentary for the tournament. We are into the losers bracket final, or the lower bracket final, and it is still a best of 5. So we're going to show you the updated brackets, and it's going to show you what has happened so far. So Force Gaming taking out Team Kaz, which dropped them down to this lower bracket final, and they're going to go up against GMD, Grassmud Dopping, and just bringing it to 5 maps. You know, they brought it to the very last map against Residents, putting up a really good fight, but GMD just you know, so good on the final map there, you know, just playing it to perfection, I think. So now they're going to go up against Team Kaz. Who's going to come up on top? It's anyone's guess.
It is anyone's guess. I mean, we haven't seen GMD play against Kaz before, but if anything has been seen so far, as you can see, Kaz actually took a 2-0 over Barney Esports. So, you know, I think that's a very big statement of how well skilled these guys are. And if anything, if Kaz are able to beat GMD, that's revenge. They are able to make it back into the finals, and they will face off against Force once again. That could be very interesting to watch. Or it could be GMD also. Who knows? I mean, you said it before. These guys, they activate their trap card. They got the anime plays. They're coming back in these clutch situations, man. It's so awesome to watch. But of course, coming into this one, we have different game modes. It is the lower bracket finals. The first one will be Brawl Ball over on Dribble. And you know how fast that one can be, right, Phil? It's just
really fast. It can be really fast.
Yeah, and also taking a look over at the map layout. Triple Dribble is one of those maps that's kind of, I'd say, pretty interesting. You've got all these obstacles and little bushes across the board. They're kind of spread evenly. But what's interesting is the left and right side of the map. Left lane and right lane. Left lane's a little bit more open. You only have one straight wall. Whereas on the right side, you got this little sort of a triangle, which could mean that you could bounce the balls off. Very, very interesting. So we're going to have to see how these guys play it. We could see a repeat of... we've seen Max quite a bit today, but... ooh, Kaz, they're going with this strategy. They're going with for rank. You know what that means?
Indeed. Well, I mean, Frank is good because you can take out obstacles, right? And you can kind of clear out the way for your team. Lots of hit points as well, so that could make a huge difference.
Is it this Force versus
No, it's Kaz. So Kaz versus team here. Drunken already. Are you drunk on you're drunk on excitement, are you, at the moment?
Yeah, I am. I still
Well, we have Kaz here, and they're really forcing Kaz all the way back into their spawn. They've taken out all 3 of them now. Sirius trying to come through and block off that area, but they're just trying to hold it down. Vex puts the ball towards Wiggly Spoo, and Wiggly Spoo just trying to get as much AoE damage. I think they're waiting for Vex to get his special, but Chewy will go down and Wiggly Spoo will finish it off. So Namiruro can't really do much on that, and now we'll reset for the next phase.
Yeah, next phase, and apologies for my earlier mistake there, but anyway, Kaz, you can see they're actually definitely going for this sort of the RPG strategy. You got Namiruro over on Poco who can heal, and then you got Sirius and Chewy who are basically tanks. That's all those obstacles taken away by
the counter-attack
now. The counterattack, though, yeah, exactly as you said it, Phil, coming in from GMD. They are going to want to push into this one, and Drunken's just denying all of this space. We've seen him do that so well. And Vex aside, he's also on B, so anytime he can deploy all these sticky situations. slowing
He should
Kaz
have his
coming
special
into
up
this
soon,
one.
right? He's been hitting all his
Yeah.
shots. There we go. He has
And
his
it's just a
special
matter
up.
of time. Oh. And that's not taken down now. Miruro. Oh boy, Sirius needs to body block this, and it's just
man.
not gonna happen.
So well played by them, you know, pulling down the flank, waiting to get their supers up, getting all the hits, not rushing it. And then once they do get that initial pick and they're up by, they have a one-man advantage, then they group up as three because they know even if one goes down or even if two go down, the ball carrier is still going to be able to make that shot as long as they're able to drop one of the opposing members. And so just like that, GMD already going to pick up that first round in that first map. But we're going to go to the second round and we'll see whether whether they can claw their way back in.
Definitely gonna have to see whether they're gonna claw back into this one. They might have to switch up their strategy, Phil. I think I don't know, because I can see what they're trying to go for again. It might have worked once against Force, but you know, with the Frank, you're just a little bit too slow. Every time you want to go for your attack, yes, you build up your super. Yes, you want to just dish out this huge AoE cone and destroy all these obstacles, open up the line of sight for your team and to push that ball in. But the wind-up sometimes takes a little bit too long. And if Wigglypoo, Wigglypeen, and Drunken, these guys are playing it, you're not going to come out of that one alive. So, okay, they're definitely going to switch it up this time. We're going to see Spike, but Wigglypoo over on Sprout this time.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to zone them out and kind of just walk away with the win.
Definitely zoning is like what they're trying to do here. Drunken, you can see he's lobbing all those grenades, those pies, denying space once again. Namiruro trying to do the same thing, but it's a little bit different. Yeah, and that's that wall up. It's just a little bit more difficult for Kaz to push the ball out of their sight this time.
So they're just waiting once again. They're waiting for Wigglypoo to get that super up, and the minute he gets it, he's gonna zone it because they have the ball where they want it, and they know that there are two on the flank. So two supers are up. Vex's super is up. Wigglypoo as well. Namiru has his, and he used it against Wigglypoo. So now they could move in. They've walled him off, but Sirius is at the bottom. They're gonna try and get more damage onto Sirius. Sirius almost goes down. Sirius will go down. Wigglypoo now. Here they come. Drunken gonna get as much damage. Vex onto Chewy as well. Namiru, the last one, but he just has to make the toss. He makes the toss, but Namiru is able to take him out. Sirius now. Here comes the counter attack. Namiru and Sirius on that right flank. They're running all the way down. They're gonna go up against Wigglypoo pretty soon, and now they are in control up. They forced GMD all the way back to their spawn. And now it's all about who's more patient.
So, yeah, definitely patience, but GMD, they can't make a mistake here because if they die, Kaz will be able to push in really, really well. Namiruro now kind of has possession of the ball. He still wants to zone GMD out. His teammate will be taken out, unfortunately. And now Chewy over on Gene. I think he's waiting for the opportunity to use the magic hands, and then right there is what I'm talking about. Vex gets taken out. And all of a sudden they have that space to work with, but Drunken is not going to let them take it over with the possession of the ball. And now it's over up into the middle section, right in the grass patch right there. Wigglypoo is still lobbing those little seeds, dealing that explosive damage. 15 seconds, the timer comes in, and GMD has the lead here, I think.
Yeah, they do have the lead here because they're leading by one goal, if I'm not wrong. And we're gonna go to overtime. So all the obstacles are gone. Kid Drunken though with the ball, and he's gonna be able to get the last-minute goal.
That's the first map.
That's gonna be it for the first map. Grass Mud Dopping/Dopin. They are gonna take it. They're gonna take it 2-0. And in very, very, very convincing fashion. They didn't really have any mistakes, or maybe towards the end of that second round, but still, like, really good lineup, really good use of the characters. They had the AoE from the pies. They also had Wigglypoo. I think it was a really good choice in the second round to have him because they kind of figured that Kaz were like they're splitting off in groups because they're trying to chase the flank, and then they just zoned them out once again with the Sprout walls.
Yeah, the sprout walls really do so much, especially in Brawl Ball, with how these teams are playing it. They block off the left side, they block off the right side, and it just makes it so much more difficult. But anyway, this will be Bounty now, and it's over on Snake Prairie. Look at this map, Phil. All of the grass patches, it's such a sneaky map, which is why I think they both have bows on these two teams. It's gonna be all about those traps, and whoever activates it, that's that intel that they need. So this map will be very, very interesting to see. Tara as well.
Indeed.
And there's that. Oh, look at that. the eye coming in. He's trying to suss out the opponents, and already Tara shooting that gravity pull, and all of a sudden that's that first kill over for Kaz. 3 stars ahead now.
They do have 3 stars ahead, and so they're just going to want to chill out at the back. I think GMD are kind of just trying to figure out what they want to do. Remember, on this map, when you're in the grass, everything is like you're basically hidden, so they kind of don't know where Kaz is at the moment. They didn't know Sirius was at the middle area, so now it's about scouting out your opponent, right? And the impetus is going to be on GMD to go in. So Drunken is going to show himself to see whether they'll take the bait. And now they know where Chewy is. They know where Namiruro is as well. And Chewy's taking tons of damage. He's down to 2.6. Here comes the super out from Wiggly Spoo. And it's not going to find anyone. Now it's going to find Chewy. He goes down. And GMD will pick up 1 star. So only 1 star difference between the two.
1 star difference, exactly. And you can see Vex, he's still just held up all the way at the back of his spawn. Oh, there's that kill now coming in. Oh no, 8 stars! Kaz has it! GMD needs to make a play right here, right now, if they want to come back into this one. But look at that, the trap coming in over on the Vex's side, and Sirius just pushes them further back. I don't think they're going to be able to come out of this one. That's the first
can't really do it right there. It was a great play by Vex to get his special out and actually get that initial kill. But then when they tried to go for the chase, because they were still 1 star down, it just didn't work out for them. And that's why getting that initial star in the middle is so important, because that gives you the early advantage and it allows you to dictate the tempo when you go up against, when you go up against your opponent, because that forces your opponent to go for the chase. And if they don't go for the chase, they might not go for the chase at the beginning, but it does force them to at some point in time in the game, they have to go for the chase to get the 2 stars from you.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly why I think GMD, they might need to switch up their strategy here. You can see that Vex is definitely trying to play the intel game, using that eye to suss out his opponents. But Sirius, look at that, just dashing in, pick up the star, and then I'm going to fall back. So now Vex, actually, we might see a Mortis duel once again now coming here. He's not going to be on the eye anymore, and they're going to be pushing in fast and hard, but Sirius will do the same, dealing that damage to Drunken now. He's a little bit low, but look at that. All that space, actually, Grass Mud, they're actually pushing kind of Sirius all the way back into the corner there, but that's not going to be a problem, but because look at him, he's just dishing out all that damage. Now Vex has to run away. He's so low. He tries to make it out alive, but that little bit of health is just going to sustain him just for that little second there. Still, Kaz has the upper hand here.
They're just doing a lot better with their long range, right?
Yeah, definitely controlling the space, and GMD, it's the thing with the defender's advantage. When you push in, ooh, look at that. That's a 3-star advantage already gone. Vex
good use of supers. Yeah, really good use of supers, really good use of the dashes. And now Quack, it seems like Kaz, they have to go for the chase now, and GMD are just setting up for that defensive hold.
So all they gotta do is just wait, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Look at that, Chewy dancing back and forth. He does not want to make a mistake here, because if he does, that's the GMD's advantage as well. Now all 3 of them pushing up over on the left side. They're being a little bit careful here. And look at that, GMD, the discipline on their side as well. They're just kind of zoning them out of it, but at the same time, they don't want to commit too hard. And now Sirius in a little bit of a tough spot. He will be revealed, but that's not even a problem, because once again, GMD, they have the advantage here. 4 stars ahead. Kaz needs to push in with these last 5 seconds right now, but oh, look at that, Sirius trying to make a play!
Oh!
What?
Oh!
What?
They drew it. They drew it.
They drew it. It's what we saw yesterday.
Hello, police? Hello?
Police.
I'd like to report a crime. What's going on?
Police.
Well, it's gonna go. So we have to go to another round in the game until someone loses. So, you know, Kaz sticking in the game, but GMD again showing what they have, and it seems like they like to do it the hard way. They really do like to do it the hard way. So we're just gonna wait for them to load in, and then we're gonna go again for another round, and we'll keep going and keep going and keep going until someone is the eventual winner of this bounty map, so that we can go on to the next map.
It's the same thing. Sirius and Vax, they're back at it with the Mortis dashes. Sirius does have the first star though, so maybe he will dictate the flow of this one. I mean, if anything, we've seen how this guy can come out in those clutch situations, but Vex as well. Oh, they're taking advantage of this. Sirius will take the first kill, but Wiggly's do as well. But now he's low. Look at that. Wait, what? That came in out of nowhere. Sirius got deleted just like that. And that's 5 stars ahead for GMD.
Oh, Chewy gets dropped by the ult by Wiggly's Foo, but here comes Sirius, gets one. Sirius will get Vex, picks up his stars, but Drunken drops Sirius right after that real quickly. So now they'll get the star advantage once again, and they'll stick around the totem.
They'll stick around the totem, but I mean, dude, I don't know if that's what they need, because it's only 2 stars. If Sirius pushes in at just the right time, like we saw in the last round. Oh, look at that, Namiruro.
Namiruro very low, but Vax able to go for the trade. So they'll still keep the hold, and they'll still have the star advantage.
Still with the star advantage. It's just 1 though, and look at that. Okay, Drunken will just kind of get that out of the way. But once again, that just takes out the grass patches over there, so
this
they're
is
gonna
smart
have to
though.
be careful. Yeah.
It's smart, like you said, they have to be careful because they're taking out the grass so that they can't stay invis, and that's forcing GMD to kind of space out.
Maybe a bit of a misplay coming in from Chewy there, but anyway, look at this. Both teams 1 star away. However, the onus is on Kaz to like push in. 15 seconds left on the clock. They definitely need to make a play here if they want to win this one. It's not a tie, guys. Look at this. 14-15. What are you guys doing? 5.
Well, I mean, they might be playing for the last round, right?
Once again.
Oh, that dash away.
Nuh-uh.
I think they were okay because they knew that this would tie up the map itself, so they didn't have to worry too much if they lost it. Of course, it would be great if they could go in for the last minute kill and then win the map. But I think it's just, you know, they're very careful and not wanting to give Kaz not wanting to give GMD the easy win. But now we'll go to the 3rd round, and we'll see whether we possibly could go to a draw, or whether they're gonna close it out. GMD definitely, remember, they won Brawl Bar 2-0. And so Kaz definitely want to pick up this. They're gonna want to pick up this round so that they can pick up the map and then bring it to even Steven on the map count.
For sure, but you know, man, it's Snake Prairie, just all of those bushes, all of the grass patches. It's so. The Mortis duels, man. I just I can't handle it.
Yeah.
These guys are neck and neck every single time, and Sirius, he just seems to swoop in at the last second, and that's exactly what he wants to do, but I don't know if that works out too well. I mean, it works once, but just how many times can you do that, buddy? So they might have to switch up their strategy here. I am not so sure, but we'll have to see. We will have to see. These guys, they go at it just time and time after again, but at the same time, the long-range duels matter as well. Once again, we're going to be going into this game. Let's get ready to rumble. Sirius will once again go dashing in for that first star and then back it up. Grassmat, though, taking it slow. Look at that Sirius walking. Oh, that was dangerous. That was dangerous.
Oh, they're going super aggressive, GMD. And I think they can do it. Here comes Vaxirius, deletes Drunken. So now he'll drop his 2 stars, and that will bring them up to 3-star advantage. And now GMD have to think about how they approach this.
They Definitely need to be careful here. If they push in, Sirius.
He has his super. Drunken has his. Well, the whole of GMD have their super as well. And this is important. Mamiro early on with the super, he goes in, gets 1, they'll get 2, and that'll bring it at 8-3 on the star count. And Chewy now has his special. He'll pop that on that left side, and that's gonna lock down that left side. But GMD, once again, they didn't use any of their supers. So what they might be trying to do is they might be trying to wait, you know, towards the later end of the round, and then when they make their final push, they have 3 supers to just rush all in.
That could be what they're going for, but even then they have to be careful here, and that's one being activated, going in. Namiruro, now he's low, but Vex just deals out the damage. Look at that.
Oh, Vex is
10
chasing,
stars though
but
for
Sirius is
Kaz.
there.
They're chasing Vex. Oh,
the mines!
Uh-oh. Now there's a little bit of space. So now both sides, they're just going to back off. Kind of catch their breath a bit before they go in once again. Look at this. Kaz don't really need to push though, do they? 10 stars, 5 stars ahead. Oh,
no, they don't, but what happens is GMD have to push in now, and they have all 3 of their supers. Kaz have 2 of their supers, so now here comes the play. Vex is gonna go in, and then he's gonna need to... Oh no, they can't really do anything. Here come the defensive mines from Chewy, and that's gonna be it. So Team Kaz, they'll pick up Bounty. They'll pick up Bounty 2-1. As I need to go and I'll switch my lights on after this because my room is suddenly eclipsed because of some clouds out there. But that will happen slightly in a short bit. But we're gonna go to map 3. We're gonna go to map 3, and that's gonna be GG Mortuary on Siege. It's such a good name, GG Mortuary.
Aside from the name, though, if you look at the layout of the map, it's kind of... how do I want to describe this? Phil, you want to take it? I'm not sure.
Let me have a look.
It's got these... It's kind of a mirror on both sides, but the way the walls are set up, you can only enter if you're on the attacking side, either on the left or the right. So...
Okay, so
you're kind of funneled into these chokes.
Yeah, so maybe what you kind of want is a hero that can dash in, or if not, someone like a Frank, possibly, so that you just stay behind Frank and you let him die, and then your DPS brawlers take out everyone else. But wall breaking is going to be pretty important. But from what we've seen so far, like no one has been very confident, or no one has really made use of the walls so far, like wall breaking brawlers. So they seem to tend to like to just like dash or force their way into the through the front entrance, and then maybe have a flanker on the right flank or the left flank. But we're gonna go into the game, and Quack, take it away.
Yeah, let's go. So we're getting ready to rumble now, and it looks like it's what you said, Phil. It's the dashing, but Chewy's over on El Primo, and that's the first time we've seen him in this tournament. Now, aside from that, though, we've got Daryl on both sides, and you know what that means. The barrel roll, it's going to be useful if they want to, just like that, rolling right over that little patch of water there. Now, both sides, they're doing the same strategy. It could be that base raise once more, but actually, Kaz has the advantage here. Now, Vex will do as much damage as he can, but Kaz, they've done it as well. Oh, look at that. No, Chewy, I don't know if you want to do that, because look over at your spawn. Vex is over inside and deep. 58% though, but actually Grasma down to 49 as well. So this is very interesting. Both teams, it's still kind of anyone's game at this point. Vex is able to dash over if he wants to still, but aside from that, look at that. We've got Nani there trying to dish out the long-range damage. Namiruro gets taken out. No more rolling
Vex,
for you.
Vex, the backstab.
He's doing it. A little bit of backstab, but not enough, because it's 50, not 49. Still even Steven so far. Could be scary here. Drunken will get stunned now. And look at that. Chewy just body slamming it in. 28, 21. Oh no, this could be over for GMD now. Definitely going to want to play the defense. Sirius just trying to seal the deal, but not quite able to do so, as Drunken plays strong on defense. But even then, with the defense, they need to push in over into Kaz. Nami gets taken out thankfully in the nick of time, but look at that Chewy.
Trade. Vex needs to be careful.
Nami just gonna go for it once again. Look at that. Vex will get taken out.
Here comes the ult though from the back. Oh, Wiggly's move! The backstab! He's getting some damage. And now they just need the body block. If they can body block the vault, they might be able to do it. It's down to 15.
No.
Look at that. Guys, the backstab almost working out from Vex. Just they couldn't buy him. They just couldn't buy him enough time.
Just not enough time.
Unfortunately.
That's the thing. When they were down just a little bit too low, they kind of had to struggle between the balance of attacking and defending at the same time. If they kept on sticking on to defense, you know, Cash just has that. They're just going to keep pushing in, and then eventually you run out of time. But so they wanted to go for the attack. They want to go for the backstab, but just not enough damage. They were already down way too low. And unfortunately for them, that's going to be the first round. Oof.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's so hard, right, on this map. Like, the where you can enter is really hard. But it was a good use of the abilities to jump over that wall and body slam, like you said earlier in the round. So we're just gonna see what they have left in the tank. GMD gonna have to claw their way back in. Team Kaz holding on for dear life and wanting to force it to a map 3 as a typhoon is happening outside my window. So, oh man, it's raining so heavily here in the west.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be even more chilly. But it is, of course, GG Mortuary. So I guess the map name does suit the weather of choice outside.
I mean, it was raining yesterday as well. I mean, I think you said it, dude. Like, it's kind of, yeah, a little bit really heavy, but at the same time, you know, you can get cozy, wear a hoodie, get your blanket, maybe get a cup of hot cocoa. That just reminds me of, like, you know, I don't know if you saw, like, the Simpsons movie over Netflix. Look at you, man. You're just flexing your cup right there for me. I got nothing.
I've got so many cups, man. I've got that. I've got...
Wow! You got that.
Two
you
cups,
got that.
3 cups. Yeah, you gotta be prepared.
Wow. Definitely prepared,
So
and
here
that's
we go.
exactly how these teams are as well. Drunken actually switching over onto Bull this time, and that's another first we have for this tournament so far.
Sirius
We'll
goes
look at that, all
through.
three
But
of
it's a
them.
trap. Nami-Roro, he goes in, he jumps through, he gets the sprint. He will take out Vex, and now he's working up on the vault. It's gonna go down. He's gonna take it out. I think it's gonna be pretty easy for him. Down to 77, but they have 3 men down now, so they're gonna have the advantage there. Sirius, if he doesn't take out Wiggly Square and Drunken, they're gonna be able to take it out. Doesn't matter if they go for the base race. And now Chewy will respawn, so they'll make their way back out. But Kaz has gotten the better of the 2. Drunken now chasing Sirius, though. He's almost down. He has a super, though. And the mines have to be careful. The mines, they're going to take them out. They'll explode them. And now they push their way through GMD. They smell Sirius. They know he's very low on health and that he's quite far away. For the turtle, Vex goes in. Drunken goes in as well. They're going in for the base, for the trade again. But one of them goes down. 41, 21. There's someone up in the base. Who is up in the base? That's the question, GMD. They're losing now, but Chewy finally will go down. And now the question is, how are they going to claw their way back in? Because, you know, if Nami-Roro manages to just spin his way in, that's going to be it. He has his super up as well, right? A couple of damage getting happening at the bottom. Now they're trading. Vex has to come in. They need to stop. 3% left. Kaz, one more hit, and that's going to be it.
That's going to be it. I just, GMD. A little bit tough there to claw their way back in that one.
So we bring it to 2-1 on the series count, and Kaz are on series point. GMD gonna have to claw their way back in, and this is one of their favorites. It's Siege. GMD like a good Siege, and we'll see whether they come up. Are able to put up a better defense than what they have had in this previous map of Heist.
Hopefully, but you know, Heist. Once again, gotta collect those bolts, those power-ups. But looking at the layout of this map, it's a little bit, how do I say? Once again, we gotta go into the description of the map layout. It's kind of spread even all throughout. We've got bushes over on the left and right side of the lanes, but at the same time, we've got obstacles all over the map. Over in the middle, as well as the bases on both sides of both teams. And that's just gonna be a little bit tricky to deal with, which might mean Sprout could be useful over here. What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, Sprout could be useful. Cut off the lanes as a flank. You're definitely gonna want to have brawlers that can take out the obstacles, especially if you're gonna go very, very aggressive. So we'll see how that turns out. Penny would work pretty good. Again, Frank works, but no one's been using Frank so far because I think he doesn't have that much DPS. Rosa or Barley can work pretty well if you're gonna zone out and use kind of an AoE defense rather than a kind of close range / sniping kind of lineup. So we'll see how it goes. I think Barley is gonna come out on it, but GMD have really unconventional picks half the time. Kaz, they're slightly more meta. So we'll see. I mean, we'll definitely see.
It's definitely anyone's guess. I'm gonna bank on maybe Sprout, but at the same time, like you said before, Barley is definitely such a strong brawler, especially for Siege. And aside from that, we've seen Max quite often today. Max is kind of reminds me of Tracer from Overwatch. The super just allows her to, that speed boost coming in, and for her teammates as well, especially for Siege, that just allows you to cover up so much more space. You move in fast, you move in hard, you pick up those power-ups and just capture them for your team, allow your Siege boss to get summoned in. So we just have to see how these teams are going to play this one out. Looks like, there's actually going to be a Frank over on Cad's side. No Maxes on either side. We do have a Gene though, and Sirius will just try to pound one out over onto Drunken. But however, that's that magic hand. It unfortunately will not connect. And the bolts are already being collected over onto Kaz's side, and that's the first bot coming in. GMD are gonna have to look their way into defending this one. Unfortunately for them, they don't have that many heavyweight brawlers though, so not a lot of health to body block this siege bot coming into this one. They have to be careful here, but they're doing it right. They're letting their base take out the bot for them, and that's exactly how they're doing it. Still 100% on both sides.
Yeah, as they slowly come in, Vex will drop Namiruro, so that's going to allow them to push up. They do have 3 bolts still though, so Kaz will have that advantage. Now they have 5, which means GMD, they need to chase this. And unfortunately for them, Namiruro just doing so well. But the ult coming out, here comes the second off from Wiggly Spew. He'll be able to drop Namiruro. But the bolt count, it's still in their favor. Now they will have to go up against a level 8 siege bot. My goodness.
My goodness, indeed. But even then, look at that. So they're just not entirely body blocking. They're letting the base they're kiting it at the same time and just dealing the damage. But look at that. Level 8 is just going to push in 91% now for them. Kaz has the advantage
they have
here,
6
but
bolts.
looking at 6 bolts. I was just about to say that. And now, coming into this last push, unless Kaz does something here, it could be GMD's game.
Yeah, coming through, and they have 8 bolts now, and if they can clear out Namiruro, they'll pick up another one. But now 91, Namiruro going for another bolt. But right as he does that, Kid Drunken will pick up one, and so a level 9 siege bot with the mid obstacles down. And if they are able to take out, Chewy, Sirius is almost down as well. Namiruro going for the back line, but that bot, that siege bot, that Ike is going to do so much damage if it doesn't get stopped. It's down to 10 health, but just like that, already about 40 health down. And now, I think... Yeah, that's it. Grassmod will basically, we won already. They just stop playing, just relax, and GMD pick up the first game in this map.
Yeah, that was their first one. I mean, it just looks like Kaz's fighting spirit was diminished towards the end there.
I think GMD, or Kaz rather, sorry, they just... See, so this is where the strategy happens, right? The first Ike doesn't really do that much damage because you can't stack enough bolts. So what Kaz did was they kept their bolts, to the point where Kaz is allowed to spawn that first Ike, but then they stack their bolts for the second siege. And unfortunately for them, for Kaz, they allowed GMD to stay alive, which meant that the obstacle, they could kite them to the obstacles, which cleared the obstacles out on the middle, which then GMD allowed their Ike to be able to push down and get to Kaz's turret faster. So really big brain strats from them. They just played it really well.
You're absolutely right. I mean, clearing out those obstacles allows for the siege bot to just push in that much faster, kind of anyway. And Kaz, you know, even though they had, I think, if I'm not wrong, the siege bots most of the time, all GMD needed was just that little bit towards the end and taking it out for this win. So coming into the next round, I'm not sure. Maybe the heavyweight brawlers don't do it for Kaz here. They might have to switch things up just a bit. So we're gonna go into the game right now, and yep, just like that, Sirius actually gonna switch on over onto Sprout. Again, doing that early damage, kind of tossing those grenades, build up that supercharge. Now Namiro over on Barley as well. So is Wiggly Poo. So these guys kind of just duking it out over in the center. Really even so far. That first wall is up though, and now Kaz with the first bot coming in. But once again, you know, first bot might not be that big of a lead. We're just gonna have to see now. Quickly Poo just zoning them out. That all those supers now just denying Kaz pushing in along with their bot now. Wall as well from Sirius, so that is actually on spike. So those cactus grenades, oh boy, Sirius will take Vex out, and now Kaz still has the lead over on the vaults, 5-2. Next siege, they could be coming into this one. GMD will need to do something if they want to win this round and seize this match. But anyway, so far,
indeed. So here comes the siege bot, level 8 siege bot, and let's see whether they can kite them around. Kaz are gonna get right behind him. Namiruro is there. Chewy's getting zoned out though, so they're not gonna have a lot of help to drop the siege bot. But the siege bot has reached the middle already, and it's doing a lot of damage onto the vault. They have to be careful. They're not getting 1 health left. And now they're pushing out, so they're taking the risk are GMD, but they can do that because they do have that 1 advantage. And now what they're gonna try to do is go for the bolt, stack it up, because that level 2 Ike, that second round Ike with that spawns, you want to stack as many bolts as possible. So now they have 5 bolts to 4. I think it should be 5-5 now. Yeah, 6-5 as Drunken gets Chewy. And they need to get these 2 more bolts that spawn. They get 1, that's 7. That's going to be in the back line. That's 8. There's 1 on the right flank. 9. 1 on the left flank. 10. They're going to have to go up against a level 10 siege bot in this next siege. 14 seconds. Kaz are going to have to hold on for dear life. If one of their one of their brawlers goes down, it's going to be all over. Drunken gets taken down. So there we go. Namiruro will be dropped. Chewy as well. And here comes the bot. Oh, even before the bot is able to spawn, Kaz are able to sneak it out. They ninja it. Oh man.
It's 3 sieges.
So that's a tie.
I don't know if you saw. No, Kaz won that round. So it's a 1.
Yeah, Kaz won that round, but GMD took the first.
Yeah.
The first game, right? So we're going to go to a game 3, on Siege. So
Kaz.
Remember, on the series count, we are 2-1. So if Kaz win this, they go on to the grand final. If GMD win this, we go to the 5th map, which is 5th game mode and map, which will be Gem Grab on Hard Rock Mine. So GMD just gotta figure out what they want to do against Kaz in this tie break. Do remember that if they, I don't think it's very hard to draw on Siege. It's not impossible if you get like a simultaneous hit, but it is gonna be very, very hard to draw. So I don't know, it seems like they kind of split their brawlers on that, and so they risked it because they thought they would get the second siege, which they didn't get it. So yeah, GMD gotta rethink their strategy. Maybe I foresee they probably might go a bit more aggressive and try and get that first level bot. and get a lot of damage onto Kaz's turret. But it's anyone's guess. So if you just tuned in, it's the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. It's the Asia Cup Finals. And it's myself, Death Adder, and Quack bringing you some awesome esports commentary. So we're going to go into the game now. And Quack, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, I'm just going to take it away. The thing, yeah, so far Kaz has taken advantage, and they always get the first siege spot summoned in instead of GMB, but now GMB, they might actually want to try to take this one instead. Vex has swapped on over onto Jack. It's a heavyweight brawler. He has that big AoE and quite a bit of health to work with as well. Whoa, that big magic hand. And that's going to be the first bot actually for GMD. The first time that we're going to see this one. They could be able... Whoa, that's another... Look at that. Namiruro gets taken down. Sirius will do some work of his own though. Wiggly Poo gets taken down there, but that's not going to be a factor because look at how much damage. So the siege bot will be doing some damage to Kaz's vault right here. 70% now. It just reminds me of that flex tape, you know that meme? That's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage. But at the moment, you know, 30% gone, and I think GMD might get this siege. 10 seconds to go before the siege comes out. Drunken's able to stay alive. Vex also able to stay alive somehow, and as Sirius tries to go in for the double kill, he'll get dropped. So that's 5 bolts to fall, and now here we go. Level 5 siege bot, 70 health. Chewy's almost low. He'll get the heal on now. But here comes the bot. He's taking a lot of damage. And they need to move in now. Kid Drunken dropping Sirius. Namiruro gets hit by the bot. Ooh. And he should go down as the flank comes around. They're getting a lot of damage onto that vault. Onto that turret rather. 47 health to 100 now. And remember, they did not get the siege. So Kaz will have the bolt advantage. That's 5 volts to 2 at the moment. And Grass Mud doping, they need to kind of probably save their supers if they want to stand a chance to stay in. But 5-5, 6-5 on the bolt count. So maybe they might get the siege. Now 7, up to 8. And that super coming out from Brawler, I think it is. Will get that AoE damage. Drunken once again, Namiruro. So they got the advantage on the bolts, and this is not. I think this is gonna spell the end of this round and this map, and indeed it does.
Look at that. Yeah. So Grass Mud, they actually take it 2-1. That was big.
And so that means we go to map 5. Which is going to be, like I said, it is Gem Grab on Hard Rock Mine. Very balanced map, and it's a map that's super open. It's a map that's super open, super easy to like apply whatever your brawl style is, because it's just a mine in the middle. And yeah, we saw I think, did we see it yesterday? Let me just pull up the map schematics. I might be wrong. But yeah, what are your thoughts so far?
I mean, well, looking at the layout of the map, like you said, it is very open. However, aside from being open, there are also, once again, those patches of grass where those brawlers can hide in on both sides, actually. So we could see quite a bit of sniping happen here. Might have a lot of long-range duels. Might have a Brock. Might have a Piper even. Or, you know, I guess you don't really see it a lot, but Colt kind of was one of the first few brawlers that you get unlocked. But anyway, it's one of those things, and 8-bit could even work here. Pam as well. It's anyone's game at this point. That's the thing. So another strategy that they could go for is to actually take out these obstacles, and that's where brawlers like Brock or Colt might come in handy. They want to open up the space so that they won't be able to hide anymore, and those duels are just going to be a lot tougher to deal with.
That is true. The man does have some valid points. So Hard Rock Mine is going to be the last map, and guys, it is the lower bracket finals. The winner of this goes up to the grand final. If Kaz take it, they will have a chance at revenge against Team Force, who did take them out 3-0 earlier in the upper bracket final. And now GMD, if they do, they are going to be the dark horse. You know, all their games have been super, super close. And I'm going to be like, if GMD actually make it to the grand final, I'm actually curious to see whether their unorthodox style is going to be able to stop Team Force. But let's not jump ahead of ourselves and let's not jump to conclusions. Both sides could walk away still from this match, and it really is, I think, going to come down to the wire.
It definitely is going to come down to the wire, and that's why these are going to be so interesting and just so much hype to watch. Like, guys in the chat, once again, like the streams, share them, get your friends watching as well to really help support ESL Asia. And of course, this is the Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble. We should be loading into the game any second now, but aside from that, I'm really curious to know. So we've given our thoughts and inputs. I want to see which team the chat is rooting for. Is it going to be GMD or is it going to be Kaz? You know, guys, cast your votes. There isn't a voting system set up, but still, let us know your thoughts in the chat. I really want to see, because these two teams, so far, we've seen, this is like a second, fifth map so far today, and it's so close. Both of these teams, it's either a Kaz rematch against Team Force later on, or the Dark Horse, like you mentioned, Phil. And it's, man, I'm just out of words. These guys, such an intense game.
Okay, well, we're just getting the players into it, and we'll get started pretty soon. But yeah, Hard Rock Mine, very, it's a balanced map, and you know, there's nothing too special about it. There are a couple of obstacles where you can kind of hide if you're getting pushed. The only one thing we saw, I think, prior was if you have a good sprout, you can zone out the mine, and that can make a huge difference because you aren't going to be able to push through. And also, if you can use that sprout to zone out one of the pushing lanes, because we did see some morts yesterday able to like sneak around the corner and then go for the super kills or the scythe kills. But that mid control is going to be so important.
So important, and it looks like Namiro will be going with his bow strategy. You know, once he gets his super up, he's going to deploy those mines over in the center of the map, and that's just going to allow him to control that space a little bit better. They do have 2 gems, but GMD will pick up 1. And now it's those long-range duels that I'm talking about here. It's not so much sniping, but they're just full-on spraying at each other at this point.
Yeah, they are, but gem-wise, it's even on the count so far, and Wiggly Spoo might be caught out here, taking a lot of damage from Namiru. Oh, he survived! Thankfully for him, Sirius had that healing pack on the ground, and it's in a really good position at the moment, but they have 2 supers to grasp GMD, and now they're going to look to capitalize on that, but Kaz staying alive, and that healing pack is helping them out so much.
Vex just got stunned, but he will make it out with his health there. Still, though, Kaz has the advantage here, and look at that. Chewy just denying it still outright, deleting Drunken away from GMD's roster.
No.
What just happened there? Namiruro! He falls, and GMD will pick up, making it even Stephen once more. Look at him. He's pissed off. He wants to come back into this one. It's 6-5. Could be 6-6 now. Chewy, he's looking for the steal. Oh, look at that.
Everything's gone. But can they take him out? They're in there. Sirius almost going down. And the problem is they're not taking out the health packs of Kaz. Team Kaz just has all these health packs there, and they're healing up the whole team right at mid control. But no one's taking out the health packs. And the minute they have the health pack gone, Sirius just puts on another one. So they have total map control, total heal control, and they can go for riskier plays.
Look at that. Another stun coming in with those mine traps as well.
Oh no.
Once again going in.
Oh, Sirius goes down.
Sirius! Oh, and the steal from Drunken! That's 17 gems!
Goodness. Why? Why did they do that? Why would you do that?
Drunken pulled him over. And I don't think Kaz will be able to come back into this one. That is so much health to work through. Look at that. GMD just falling all the way back. And I don't think, yeah, it's game over. GMD takes the first round. Wow.
They threw it. Why? Like, he had all the gems, and then he just decided to go in. I mean, even with your super, like, looking at how the layout was, there's no way he was going to wipe them. So he
I
just
don't
went
think
in with like he went in with
I
8
think
gems.
Drunken actually used his super to like.
Oh, did he
pull
get
him
pulled in?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
think that's what it was. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it might have been. And then that's how.
That's a really long range for him to get pulled in, though. Like, he was so
Right.
far away. So, I don't think he got pulled in. I'm pretty sure he
I'm not
dashed.
sure. That would have been weird. Or maybe he was like trying to dodge it, but then he dashed into the pool. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But
that
either
I
way,
think actually makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. That that would make a lot more sense. But either way, GMD takes that one away. Drunken. Both teams you saw, they both had genes. They were both looking for those steals, but I think over on Kaz's side, Chewy just kind of went for kills a little bit too often instead of the gem steals, and GMD just playing it safe. Once they have those gems, they know not to overextend, not to dash in, which is kind of what we saw happening. So now coming into this second round, maybe they could go with the same composition here, but they definitely need to switch up their strategy. So it looks like Sirius will actually be the one playing Chewy this time. Once again, it's those long-range duels spraying at each other, trying to build up those supers, and once they have that, they can dish out some utility and really get that map control coming in. So far, though, Kaz still has the gem advantage here, but look at that. All three of them stacked up. They will take Chewy out, so that's not going to be a heal pack deployed over on Kaz's side.
Yeah, well, they'll live to see another day. And at the moment, once again, the heal pack going down, and they're putting it at the perfect spot, right between the obstacles, so it can't get damaged, which means they do have control. And conversely, Grasma they're not putting the healing packs down properly, and there it goes. Here comes it all coming through, gets taken out midway as it goes through, and the health pack goes down again. So they're trying to do their best to stick there. Wrigley's Food does recognize that the healing pack is behind the obstacles, and that's giving Kaz that kind of base of operations, and all they have to do is remember, they don't have to go over it. Here comes the jump in. Namiruru gets taken out. Wiggly's Food goes for the jump onto Sirius and Chewy. They want the kill, and they're ready to get the kill. So now it's 10. The countdown will start to go, and GMD are looking to close this out to get into the grand final. 10 seconds left to go. Chewy's on that left flank. Namiruru in the middle. The teammate, the last teammate is all the way at the back. Namiruru is going to get taken out. Chewy also, and that's it. GMD, they'll be your lowest bracket finalists, and they're gonna go into the grand final. They brought it down to the 5th map, brought it down to the wire. I think they were just playing with Kaz. They just was holding back, and then went on the offensive and took advantage of it. So congratulations to GMD. They walk away out of the lower bracket, won 3 of their they were from the lowest bracket, all from the beginning, even before the round of 8, they were round of 16 lower bracket, and then pushed all the way through as the dark horses. So they've gone, they had 0 margin for error. They brought all the matches to the last map, and they are gonna go up against Team Force, who are really the unstoppable force so far in this tournament, in the grand finals. So this is oh man, this is crazy. Dude. But we are going to go to a short break before the grand finals. So, go and grab a couple of snacks and some drinks, because when we come back, it's going to be one heck of a grand final between these two juggernauts.
Don't go away.
Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, no, no. Be lucky if I stick around. Maybe foolish, but I ain't a clown. No, no, no. You're never gonna keep me down. You're never gonna keep me down. No, 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 no.
He walks alone, he wanders into the night, searching for some meaning.
Welcome back, ladies, gents, boys, and girls. It's the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Final, and it is time for the main event. It is the Grand Finals, and we have Team Force going up against GMD, Grass Mud, Doping/Doping, depending on how you want to say it. And we're going to go to the brackets. We're going to show them right now and show you the kind of path that they took. So early on, Force from the upper bracket, round 1, took out Cloud Gaming. Then they went into Team Kaz, dispatching them 3-0, and then now going into the grand final up against Grass Mud Dopin. So they have been a force. They have been a force to reckon with, an unstoppable force, and they have not dropped a single. I think they have not dropped a single map, possibly. Yeah. So on the other side of it, though, we have Grass Mud, GMD, who started from lower bracket round 1. 2-0 against RSO Olive, went to lower bracket round 2, 2-1, went to the double overtime against Cloud Gaming, went to round 3 against Resonance, 3-2 again down to the last map, and again down to the last map in the lower bracket final. They've done it the hard way, took out Kaz 3-2. So how is this final going to turn out for them? It's anyone's guess, but I'm very sure it's going to be very exciting.
It's definitely going to be very, very exciting. You said it earlier, GMD, they are the dark horse of this entire kind of series. And if anything, they've proven that they are a force to be reckoned with as well. That, you know, they emerge victorious. And it's such a, like, they climbed up, started from the bottom, now we're here kind of thing. Like, it's that David versus Goliath story. You got Team Force, which is like full of top players from our region, our country even, and I know there are quite a number of Kudiace fans in the chat as well, but GMD, these guys, you know, they come from the bottom and all of a sudden they make it into the grand finals. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how this one plays out, guys, and I really want to know, guys in the chat, like, who are you rooting for? Is it going to be GMD, or do you think it's going to be a full-on just like stomp from Team Force coming into this one? Anyway, moving on to that, we still have the next 5 maps possibly, but the first one will be Jam Grab over on Snake Shop. Have you taken a look at the map layout, Phil?
I'm gonna just pull that up now, Snake Shop, and as it loads in,
really interesting.
Interesting.
Right.
So you do have right at the mine, you do have the 2 L chips, and I think what's gonna happen is, Team Force tend to play very aggressively, and Kaz in that previous game against GMD in that previous game against Kaz weren't really making good use of their heal boxes. So if Force do manage to do it, I think they'll put a heal box onto that L. But we're gonna go into the game and let's see how it's gonna turn out.
Okay, so this will be interesting. They definitely will have that barley over there just to deny the area over in the center of the map if they need to. But aside from that as well, Force, they have Daryl over on Response, and that's that close range damage that is so deadly. Aside from that though, Drunken and Kudiace, they will be on Gene, and you know what that means. The magic hand, look at that. He's looking for the steal. Drunken though will make it out alive. Oh, that was close. Response almost had it there. And now Team Force, they have the advantage. Well, once again, now it's even 3-3. Oh, Ku, he got stunned. Look at that.
Grass Mud. They are in the grass and they're in the mud, and now they've got 6 gems, 7th gem. All they have to do is start to make their way back. They do have mind control, but Drunken takes out Response as he tries to dive in once again. 2 at the back, slowly getting the gems, but GMD, if they pick up these 2, they'll be on their way to starting the countdown.
Could be very well on their way, but look at that. Oh, Drunken, no, he falls! And now Response just takes up all of those gems, and he just
it's a triple kill. It's a team wipe.
Yeah,
it's the team.
There's just no time for GMD now. 5.
Oh, they're gonna drop this. Oh no.
Uh-oh. That's bad.
Oh man, what an MVP play, man, from Response. Jeez. Well, we're gonna go into round 2 of that first map, and it seems like we said throughout the whole tournament that Brawl Stars is a very unforgiving game. Supercell giveth and Supercell taketh.
Taketh.
So the Brawl Star gods, they are either on your side or they can be very, very cruel. But what a play! I think actually what they might have done is they might have allowed Kaz to they might have allowed GMD to pick up all the stars and then formed up and then gone for the gank so that they can start the countdown timer quickly instead of having to fight a war of attrition over the mines. Let's see whether they use that same strategy here.
Possibly same strategy. Look at that. They're just giving up mid control so far, letting Drunken collect those mines. Meanwhile, they're just contesting it and building up that supercharge that they so desperately need. Once Couturier has it, of course, he will be looking for that steal response as well. The roll coming in, it's so deadly. Once he gets close in that range, that BAM! Look at that, Wiggly Spoon, he's gone! Drunken, though, will have 4. He's still alive, and he's getting backed up by Vex. So now, look at that, 6 gems. But still, Force could steal it at any moment.
They just have to be very careful around response, right? He has 7k health, remember? And then he has a double shotgun, so if he's right in your face, you're pretty much going to go down. Wiggly Spoon has changed up, I think. He's changed up his character choice, so he's gonna lock down that left flank, but they have to be careful. Ace coming around the corner, and I think that's what we're gonna see. Response down. Now that flank is gonna be open. Drunken has to be careful. He has 9 Vex to pick up, and now the countdown will start. He needs to get out of there. Drunken needs to get out of there. Response jumping in once again, but luckily for him, Wiggly Spoon is there. They have to be careful. Drunken though, once again his teammate is helping him out. 9 seconds left on the clock, and all they have to do is stay away. 5 seconds, and Grass Mud, they're gonna be able to stop this offense that Team Force tried to do. Just narrowly responds. Gonna be able to not get there in the time he needs. He doesn't have enough time. And GMD twice they almost got taken out, and they're putting us in suspense. So we're gonna go into round 3 on it's tied so far on this gem grab map, and we're gonna force it to round 3. So Force trying to use the same tactic that they did in the first round of this map, not working out. GMD read them like a book, and we'll see whether they can we're gonna see whether Force decides to use a different kind of strategy, or whether GMD are just gonna be able to read them again. And it seems that if you are able to drop no response, he seems to be the flanker, and he seems to be the guy that's wanting to chase after the gem holder. They might be able to take this first map, GMD.
Might be able to, but yeah, I mean, they want to go for those steals. I don't know if it's gonna happen again. But anyway, aside from that though, this could very well be the first map that Force has lost in this entire series that we saw over on Gem Grab especially. So GMD, these guys are proving that they know how to play this game as well. Spade now will actually swap back over onto Barley, so denying space once again. He doesn't want to go for those sneaky Mortis steals anymore. It's just so risky to go in with that. He's losing a lot of health at this point, and now Drunken just seizing those gems. So they're definitely switching up their strategy here, Force. They don't want to let GMD take the lead anymore. And look at that, the steal coming in from Cootie Ace. 5 gems now, and GMD, they're just struggling, trying to find their space, trying to find their rhythm. Wiggly Spoo though with the Sprout. The wall is up.
Yeah, they're gonna try and zone, and they did zone out zone out no response, but the thing is, no response had no gems. Now they have mind control, and yeah, this is working out very well for Team Force at the moment. They do have 9 gems. Now here comes the jump in from Wiggly Spoon, unable to do it. Kuda's down to 34 health, and that
one more gem.
Time. Yeah, they got one more gem.
No.
They got it. Now the countdown is started. And now GMD, they have to go after Coup de Grace. I think Wiggly Spoon knows where he is. They definitely do now as he goes in for the count. But he's not going to have any damage to be able to drop Coup de Ace, as Coup does have 5k health, and he has his teammate right next to him. So Team 4 is going to pick it up. They will take the first map, which is, they'll take the first mode rather, which is on Gem Grab, and we're going to head into Heist. Heist is going to be on none other than Hot Potatoes. So we're going to pull up that map right now and go into a bit of analysis about that.
Quite how to make make hot potato. Look at this. So you got this. Not
You
exactly.
basically
an
have
L-shape,
two
it's
attacking lanes, right? You have two
Yeah.
attacking lanes, and then down the middle you have a huge grass patch, which means
patch.
you're not gonna know where your opponent is once they get into that grass patch. It is, of course, a heist, so you have to be careful about the two lanes on the left and right because it's
Yes.
mirrored, right? So if someone is able to push down on either flanks, they're going to have a clear line of sight of the vault, so they can just take some pot shots, and then if they need to escape, they can just go back through the orange wall corridor.
For sure.
But we'll see how it turns out, because if they have someone with a super who can take out the obstacles in the middle, that might open up more avenues of attack straight down the middle also.
Definitely. So aside from that, I think another thing is that with the brawler compositions, you definitely want to go for a little bit of a defense. If you go on with full offensive strategies, then what are you going to do when you're dead and your opponent's pushing into your spawn? Then that's just going to be tough to deal with. So coming in with the defense strat, I think these teams could go with a sprout to maybe lock off either lane and prevent them from pushing in. Aside from that, we have seen so far Barley and Brock being picked as brawlers as well, because those long range lobbing those grenades, just letting that tick away over at the vault. And Brock as well, his super is able to definitely destroy some of these obstacles and open up these lanes. So we're going to the game now. We'll just have to see. Team 4 so far, when they want to bring it, they are bringing it. Grassmud though, they might have to kind of figure this one out just a bit. Looks like this is the first time actually Vex will be playing over on Rico. His bullets will ricochet as we're watching right now. Trying to connect his shots though, not quite happening. Drunken though will be kind of brought down really low. Things are just going to be careful here. It's a big firefight over in the center section of the map. Look at that, the ricochet.
Yeah, they're trying to get control of the center and try and get rid of that grass patch. Here comes Kude Ace, puts down his beacon to help himself out, and that's going to give him more damage. I think as well as higher rate of fire, and it does seem so. There we go. So a lot of no one's blocking him, and he's just having easy hits down the middle because no one's kind of pushing in, and they can't because Respawns have basically zoned out the whole of GMD, and now I think it's going to be a pretty easy game for Team Force right now. No one's able to stop them. GMD can't come through. If they go for the base race, they're gonna lose that base race, and there goes the first round to Team Force. Just showing us how easy it is.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose mid control, you can't really do anything, and the line of sight from the grass patch all the way onto the vault is just there. So great use of that beacon to allow him a greater rate of fire and a bit more damage as well. And all they had to do is just sit there, because GMD were trying to split the team of trying to split Force into left and right, but they couldn't, and basically they kept dying, which meant free damage and a free shot at their vault. So let's see how GMD respond, whether they want to go for AoE, maybe they'll go for short range and then allow themselves, to get some shotguns to the face and then push their own way in. It's anyone's guess, but GMD really gonna have to they're gonna have to pull their socks up rather, because Force are up already, and the minute you give them you give them momentum, it's not just about losing this map, but it's about getting momentum in the whole series, because the series is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's a long Force thing. But if you allow Force play how they like, very aggressive, then they will dictate the tempo and they will make it a sprint instead of a marathon.
Definitely. And it looks like, speaking of the marathon, Response will respond. He's actually going with the exact same brawler that Vex is playing. So both Rico is now just trying to ricochet their bullets, but look at that. Response, he's connecting all of his shots, and now GMD are down 2 members, and now it's all up to Wigglypeen, and he's low on health, so might not have anything to do there. And look at that, their vault is already down 23% there.
Oh, Spade has his super. and he's used it on that right flank. So they're pushing them back once again. And Response is going to get his super up pretty well. I think Ku is also. So Response will drop Vex. That's going to be a one-man advantage as they take mid control again and start to get a couple of rockets. So Ku doing really well with his skill shots. Just avoiding all the body blocking that GMD are trying to do. And good healing from Spade once again. So he's popping down the DPS. AoE DPS, and now he's just gonna keep popping it down, and he takes that Wiggly Spore as well with a couple of direct hits. And like you said, using that super, using his regular bottles to take the damage down. Vex Wiggly Pin is taken out also, and now it's an easy game for them. Like, there is no resistance from Grass Mud. They don't know how to GMD don't know how to respond to this. Finally they drop Response 85 to 21 on the vault. They might wanna, they can possibly go in, but the problem is they do have one on the right side, and that's Spade doing so well with his bottles. He's just landing everything and it's ticking, and now it's a fight because Kudays comes through Response also with his ult, with his special, and that's it. Team Force will pick it up once again, taking up Heist, not dropping a single round.
Just not dropping a single round in this one. They really dictated, they controlled the entire game, and GMD just, they couldn't answer at all. They just couldn't. Every single time, Force managed to control the space so well, and they just managed to establish a strong foothold over in the middle section of the map, and GMD, they were unable to push them back whatsoever. And just like that, little bit by little bit, they were sustaining so much damage over in their vault, and just inch by inch, it was game over. Force takes it 2-0. Now moving on into the next one, it's gonna be, you know it, Phil. It's Brawl Ball.
It's Brawl Ball, but we're on a different map this time. It is going to be Backyard Bowl, and it's very open in the middle. And the one thing that helps you out is there is that barrier right in front of the goal. So that can kind of stop your opponents. But if you get close to the barrier, you can actually lob the ball over the obstacle, that barrier that's right there. So that's something to take note of. So maybe they want to have, as a team, you might maybe want to have a goalkeeper / blocker to stop that. But then if you do that, you're one person down, and then your other two teammates could get wiped. But we are on grand final point. Are we going to crown Team Force the inaugural champions of the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble Series? Or is GMD going to prove us wrong, force it to a fourth map, and then possibly a fifth? Let's see.
Let's see indeed. Look at this now. Spade is over on Mortis, in fact, and he's just going in fast and hard. Look at that. Force just pushing all their way into the spawn, and Response just shoots it and scored. So quick. What?
They have the momentum, they have the confidence, and they are just so happy about it. Popping off the emote. This coup is a bit of cheekiness right there. And here comes the Sprout through. It's just not working.
Look, he's going in once again.
You know why? Because Ku is basically healing him up. That's all he needs to do. Like, he just needs to heal, and they're just pushing in. And even if he's taking damage, that heal behind him once he gets shot, he just doesn't go down. And all he has to do is get behind that barrier and then pop it through. So already Force picking up that first round of this Brawl Ball series. We're going to go to one more round of it, but, I don't want to say it's a foregone conclusion, but it's starting to look like that.
It is starting to look like that. GMD definitely need to pull something, anything up from under their sleeves right now, because if they don't, that's game over for them for this entire August Community Rumble. I mean, it's Brawl Ball, it's Backyard Bowl. Things happen so quick. You've said it so many times today. It's just, you blink, it snap, it's gone. It's just, it happens so quick. And just like you said, that's Team Force's strategy. You got, who is it? The Jack player, and he's just pushing in. You got Poco behind him, healing him up. They're just unable to find an answer to this one, and they definitely need to, whether it's Sprout with a plant wall or something to just stun them out, or just dish enough damage to take him down and render him useless and unable to heal. But either way, looking at Team Force, they might be changing up their strategy now. Response, no one's on Poco. on Coco this time, but they're not on heavyweight brawlers this
Oh
time.
no,
But look at that,
the
they're
beacon.
connecting all their shots.
The
Beacon is up
beacon.
as well.
He's just gonna keep shooting, and they can't do anything about it because there's so much
look
damage.
at that.
They
Oh
can't do,
my-
look. It's a perfect strategy.
Oh. It's a perfect strategy, but now Spade is alone. That
Oh,
wall
what a
comes in
clutch.
just in the nick of time. Wow, okay, Wiggly Spoo, well
Oh.
done there. You saved it.
Counterattack.
But now, how are you going
But
to
they need
attack?
to heal up first.
Exactly. Oh boy, and Response isn't letting them. Look at that, spraying into them. And now Kudies goes down, but he takes out Vex as well.
Wiggly
Oh,
needs to
boy.
get a couple of hits in so he can get his super. Okay, now he has his super. That's somewhat safe. So if Wiggly is full, he just needs to stay up and be that goalkeeper, like we said, remember, and put that sprout in at the right time. But now they are gonna go and risk it. Drunken's there. He'll put his beacon down. If they can take out Crew Ace and Response, they might be able to come through. Crew forces it through the obstacle. Spade getting
there's
into
that wall.
position. He'll put his own beacon down as he takes out GMD's beacon, and Vex now has to take out. They need to take out that beacon if they want to stand any chance. Wiggly Spoo will pop over a nade, and we'll be able to stop him. So now they'll have territorial advantage of the middle. Remember, they do need to score a goal if they want to come back into this.
They definitely do, but Wiggly Spoo doing his best to defend, and there's that wall once again. But look at that, so low on health. They're being forced to fall back
And he
now.
doesn't have the super.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have the super either. Now Team Force, they could definitely push it in. Response connecting all of his shots, and Drunken now trying to push them back with his shots up as well. And now, oh look at that, Kudies gets taken down, but Spade is back as well. It's match point. Oh no, the timer
Vex,
comes in.
Vex,
Vex is trying to go for it. Uh-oh. Oh no, look at that. Force is keeping possession, and they're Grassmud. It's overtime. All the obstacles are down. Kudies is the last one standing there. If Drunken can connect his shot, no, he falls. Wiggly's the last one.
Crew
He
goes down,
needs
Crew
his
goes
wall.
down.
Oh no!
Wiggly's there, Response in, but they're chasing him. Here comes Spade, they're gonna try and out DPS. Luckily for them, Drunken is back up. Response taking 3.4k to put down his ult. And then now the beacon comes through. Spade is trying to take out that beacon. He finally will. He might have his ult. Wiggly's foot with a well-placed shot. Takes him out. Pops the clearance. But now here comes the beacon from Spade. That's going to increase his rate of fire and his damage. Here comes the response, though, from Response. He'll take out Wiggly's foot. They're going to be able to get to the bottom. No, they can't. He puts the sprout out. That's going to delay him by just a slight bit. But that beacon is still up. And it's going to be so much damage. I don't think they can do it. Corner shot down in the bottom right corner. And ladies and gents, we have your grand final winner, your inaugural champion of the Brawl Stars, this ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Rumble for the August Cup final, and it is none other than Team Force, not dropping a single round in the whole tournament. A perfect tournament. So congratulations to them. Commiserations to GMD. And wow, what a tournament it has been, Quack.
Just coup de grace back there. That corner shot, Phil. Oh my god. Still, GMD, really good effort. They made it all the way from the bottom. Now they're at the top. They couldn't win it, but still, Team Force. Let's take a look at the bracket here. Oh my god, Death Adder. This is... wow.
It's so impressive. So Team Force really dropping 0 rounds, no games in the whole tournament. And they are your inaugural champions. They are your grand final champions, the champions of the ESL Asia Brawl Stars Singapore Community Cup, Community Rumble rather, the August Cup finals. And well won and well deserved from them.
Well won, well deserved, and they will be taking away, of course, the first place, the prize reward, 1,000 big ones, but not to mention GMD as well. Second place, they will be walking away with $480, and that will be it for this Community Rumble for this month. That's that, Phil.
Indeed, indeed. And it's been a privilege and a pleasure to bring you the awesome esports commentary. It is myself, Death Adder. I am at Death Adder SG on Facebook and as well as Twitch. Quack is Hey I'm Quack on Twitter. I think you said, did
All
you say
across the board,
Insta as well? No? Twitter mostly, right? So yeah, he's primarily on Twitter. So give him a follow or give me a follow as well if you enjoyed our cast. And we will be back in September. So if you want to sign up and take part in the September Cup final, every weekend for September, there will be a weekly cup, and then you can earn a bit of cash from that and also earn a place into the September Cup finals. So the registrations are already open. Do check out the ESL Asia social media pages on Facebook, on Twitter, and more details can be found there. But until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. And that is us signing out.
I can be